Hello, everyone, and it's time for another bit of Journeys in Djruthourhi. I am your Dungeon Master, Dumey, the friendly feline eldritch familiar, and we are here with our group, the Lights Gambit, to try and save the world, like every other D&D group out there. Things look a little bit different. I think everyone can see. I'm gonna unmute my party here. We got some new overlays. We got that new theme playing right whenever we start. That's original. That is ours. And hopefully everything will look a little bit more professional and a little bit better for our audience. So stick around, see what you like, comment below, let us know, check out our socials, and tell us what you think. So I am going. What was that?
I just have one concern. We're supposed to be trying to save the world?
I mean, usually that's how it works.
Ah. The more you know.
Back into my actual form. Welcome to the new setup. We have everything's nicely organized. Our players show up in the bottom with their lovely icons. All of our character art is done by lianadraws.com. Check out their website and send a little business their way. They do a good job. They also do full body sketches and some nice tarot cards that I would love.
Yeah, that's a sexy bunch.
Isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'd let them save the world.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yep, we changed things up. Instead of the little distracting bouncing icons, we got these nice character portraits and some red circles wrapped around to show who's speaking at any time. Check out our player cards at the top. That'll give you a brief update on our character stats. Now, they do not get changed in real time. It's just showing max health, but it'll kind of give you an idea of who's who and what. We've separated our Roll20 chat from the Roll20 window. And of course, I have my little place nice and comfortable here on the parchment. And yeah, that's the tour. And oh,
I have one burning question.
Go for it.
Are you the parchment in Boulder Parchment Shears?
Of course I am. For I lay over the rock. The rock is warm.
Because the rock is cooking.
100%. The next drawing of Garganoth needs his eyebrow raised. All right. So, do any of the players want to give the recap?
So at the start of last session, everyone went back to the stronghold. Seren and Mia stayed on a patrol for the night near the town to see what was happening. We saw the boats going back and forth, and the boats eventually stopped and pulled something out of the water. We tried to do a flyby with George, but he wasn't able to see anything. At the start of other than that, it was uneventful. We killed a few of the shadow creatures that were hanging around near where we were staying. And then on our way back from the camp, we killed one of the little creepy shadowy creatures that had fallen into one of the traps and reset it. Once we got back to the stronghold, we worked out that their weapons were susceptible to being destroyed by bloodstone. So we then investigated potentially the possibility of using that as some sort of ranged weapon for people who stayed away from the Dragonborns during combat as a way to fuck up teleportation magic, because that's Korea's main shtick, is bamfing in and out and escaping through teleportation. So potentially using Bloodstone as a way to mess up the magic. At the end of the session, aerothel arrived on a griffin with a special character visitor that we're all very excited to meet very soon.
Don't spoil the surprises.
I haven't kept a Christmas or birthday present secret from you in like 5 years. It's never going to happen.
Very well done. Very well done indeed.
Oh, and there's a creepy monster in the town that's like a 70-foot centipede with too many eyes and teeth that none of us are okay with.
It's kind of friend shaped if you don't look at it.
No.
Even
Got a
Garden
big
Patrol.
smile.
And
Thunder's
where
working.
everyone was at the end of the session, Mia and Amber in a tent, Jason's half an hour down the road, Garganoth's inside the stronghold, Hox, Kaelin, and Seren are outside, near where aerothel has landed.
Yes,
And
we were
Malagos
at
was inside as well.
the
Hey guys.
the mansion. Hey, Hawks.
Hi,
Hello.
Hox.
Uh-oh.
I'm
There we
not
go.
sure what's going on with this, but I
Okay.
have a sneaking suspicion that.
The red circles are acting up again.
Oh, goody. More red circle acting up.
I think. All right. There's one way for me to test this. We're gonna do a Mickey Mouse
Yeah.
Club style roll call.
Huh?
Oh. That's real
What's
cool.
that?
Garganoth,
I.
Saren, and Kaelin are in the same one.
Yeah.
Yay.
Kyrie,
Oh.
Mia,
Hey,
Touch my phone.
Malagos,
Hi.
Hawks,
Jesus.
I'll hail the mighty Dixon!
Amber,
This is why people don't save you.
That's
I'll
the
always
last one I
save
promised.
Hawks.
The last one I promised.
and
Oh,
Jason.
other character. Hawks. Oh,
Jason.
Jason.
Okay, we're gonna go from Mickey Mouse Club to Alvin and the Chipmunks real quick.
Oh.
No.
Jason.
Words.
Okay.
Are you okay, Remy?
Yeah, I wasn't in the room for a second.
Okay. All right. Everything's working. All right. Sorry about that. Had to iron out the last of the technical difficulties now that everyone's here. We are ready to do the thing. So yes, we had, as Saren had so wonderfully put it, we had the Griffin. And then we had aerothel, which had come in on the Griffin.
The other Bahamut goody two shoes.
The immovable object is more like it. So yes, as the Griffin landed and shook out its feathers, you see the shining armor of the red-haired paladin Aerothel Tifane step down from the creature's back. She is wearing armor in a silver similar to Malagos, but she wears a tabard with a fist sewn into the front of it, a silver fist. She carries a very large shield on her back, and on her hip is a mace that is carved into the golden visage of a dragon. As she steps down and dusts herself off, pulling her hair back a bit, that's kind of been blown around by the wind, she reaches up and gives a smack to the passenger she had, as this strangely put together metallic autonomous being with tarnish and wear and tear seems to slide down off the Griffin's back as well.
I look at Aerothel and I say, "Thank you. I must have dozed off. Did I use that correctly? Have we arrived?"
I believe we have. Just give me a moment to find out the situation.
I give Aerothol basically the brief 1 minute lowdown that was the recap of what's happened in the past 24 hours.
And she kind of stands for a moment, taking the shield off her back and kind of places it in the ground in front of her to lean on. Well, it would seem things are rather how do you say, dangerous for you all right now? I mean, everyone in the capital believes you're the ones who set the bomb, blew up half the city, and is now here attacking Valley Rest.
Twas not.
Well, obviously. I mean, if I've known you guys for any length of time, it's to know that that all isn't true. But convincing everyone else, that's a bit harder.
Can't we just say it's an accident? Or it was
No.
an accident?
Doesn't work. I've tried. You break into a vault, you're like, I'm so
That'd be
sorry. we
implying
couldn't do it."
guilt.
And no one believes you.
That would also be implying that we were guilty of setting off a bomb, which we didn't shoot the arrow at that thing. So we certainly wouldn't have attacked this place, which has been our home.
Well, whatever the cause, there is a large group of something coming in from the west along the road. From what I was told, Jessamine had called out for some healers to come this way, and hopefully that's them and not something more dangerous than what you've already faced.
Well, were they creepy and shadowy?
It's a bit hard to tell when you're flying as high as we were.
Oh.
Look, I don't think it's going to be more dangerous than a giant floating orb that turns you into a stone.
Malagos, there was that creepy centipede thing, and Hawks is still terrified of that thing, so he's gonna shiver as he's mentioning it.
Honestly, I'm going to put the death orb higher than the centipede.
I would argue otherwise, but okay.
It hardly matters which cosmic horror we've faced in the past week.
Yeah.
Scary. Aerothel, we're glad you're here to help.
Yes, well, I would have brought more, but Richard here isn't as strong as a warhorse. He can only carry a couple.
And your friend looks heavy.
I have been watching my weight. How dare you?
The paladin kind of giggles at that, and she kind of takes a moment for the first time to kind of look around at the bit of triage you guys have been doing with the survivors that have kind of began to gawk. It's not every day you see a shining paladin with fiery red hair and a robot come in on a griffin.
Hawks hears this cosmic entity saying this and points to Malagos.
On a griffin.
Why are you pointing at me?
Hawks has confused the eldritch cat.
Well,
Is this
it's a new one
confirmation
every
that Hawks
day.
hears the narration of the game?
Hawks has the ability to break the fourth wall.
That's terrifying. Out of anyone, that's the scariest when it's Hawks.
I mean, I'm always speaking to my deity who literally controls the game, so...
True.
So,
Go ahead.
So, Aerothel, who's this you've brought with you? Are they going to be helpful? What do they do? It do? What's the terminology? It thing?
After you, Aerothel.
I was going to say you should ask him yourself. It's a rather interesting story, one that I'm sure we don't have time for all the details right now, but Galloy, you've been getting better at paraphrasing.
Yes. paraphrasing, the act of shortening into a smaller and more concise sentence. My name is Galloy Steelheart. I am somewhat of a knowledgeable person on the shadows of the world, and I wish to help in any way possible. Aerothel and I have spent some time together.
Sorry, go ahead.
After you, Hawks.
Well, I'm just poking this thing. Are you made out of metal?
Where do you poke me?
The forehead.
Forehead.
For fuck's sake.
Yes, I am a constructed being.
He's also gonna knock on your head with the knuckles of his hand. Is there anything in there, or?
Oh my god.
Fox.
You usually inquire about the internal mechanisms of people you just met. That seems awfully rude.
I'm just curious.
Hawks will
Yeah.
Garg will gently pull Hawks away another foot.
I have heard some stories of your exploits, especially the adventures you had more than 2 years ago. I am impressed.
Oh, so you've heard of the mighty Malagos?
Superhero extraordinaire.
My sources have labeled her a superhero.
Malagos just looks at Hawks. Does not.
And Hawks is just doing a gesture of yes.
Aerothel is
You
just
know
kind of giggling the whole time.
Why don't we go inside and have a look at a map and see if we have any plans and talk somewhere where it's more private?
Kaylin speaks up. Would you like to come up to my office? I've cleaned most of it out.
You have an office?
Well,
Oh, wait, no, sorry, wrong. I thought the metal one was talking out of character. My bad.
I think a little planning session is called for. I hate to have such short introductions, but if things are as bad as you say, we should probably put the plans together and get working on it.
As you wish.
Yes.
Have you heard, Aerothel, have you heard anything from the temple that's out east?
Well, they've finished excavating the lower chambers. Last I heard, they were cataloging some of the old scrolls they found, what was left of them. And, yes, that's pretty much it. Attendance is up as far as I know.
Great. Perfect. I appreciate that. I've been trying to get a hold of them, but letters are so slow sometimes.
No, we just need you to find someone that can send them a magical message at some point.
I don't like to waste it when we're getting ready for fights, but anyway. Yeah, that would be handy.
Okay, we're going to shift into the interior. And as you all move into the mansion and towards the biggest room that you have available for such things.
Garg puts on his best cologne and joins
Big
everybody
brain
at the
moment.
table.
When did we get there?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are still out in the tent. That's right.
Yeah.
We're just doing our nails, brushing each other's hair, reading 17 magazine.
Amber
I
doesn't
got
have hair.
Where does Melly goes?
Brushing scales.
My scales can be polished. Thank you.
We could probably just scrub. When all this is said and done, I'm gonna need a good scale scrub.
Oh
Everything
my gosh.
we-
We're gonna put Malagos and Amber in a room talking about dragon scale maintenance, and we're not gonna get anything else done.
They use
Nope.
Hawks' toothbrush to scrub their scales.
Whoa, whoa,
Ew,
whoa.
no.
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 That's
That
not
toothbrush
Gross.
would break.
before.
That toothbrush would not get underneath the iffy section. So,
No.
And I'm pretty sure I don't use a toothbrush for that.
You would own a
As
toothbrush?
I hope so.
Toothbrush?
Oh no.
Did Hawks
Aerothel
just ask what it?
has. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I just want to make sure I heard that right. Did Hawks ask what a toothbrush is?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh boy. Okay. Nothing. Nothing
I'm
to
muting
say.
myself.
I have swamp breath.
Ew. Not great for a character who really likes to hang on everyone.
Do we have any idea of what our next idea should be? Like, we don't want the boats to leave the lake. I know we have stones on anchorage or whatever, so we can keep them in place.
Yeah, I think our
But we-
first priority should be getting Hawks a toothbrush.
I'd be
Hey,
surprised.
look, I
if we
swam
didn't
in
have
swamp water. I swam in civil water. We're fine.
Talk about first. Do think be a little bit more important aside from a toothbrush. We can fix Hawks' hygiene habits after we
There.
save the world again.
I suppose.
As you all were talking, Aerothel has been carefully moving the dishes and table settings from the middle of the table in preparation or expectation of a map.
Galloy would be assisting, but less delicately.
Malios would be assisting as well.
I see, Gallo not being careful, and I whisper very quietly to Garganoth, we're not going to let him in the treasury, are we? He's going to break all of our nice shit.
What do we have that can even break?
Oh, I stole some rare paintings and stuff. There's a couple of canvases and stuff like that.
Of
They're
course
very
you
valuable
did.
paintings. Yeah, well, it wasn't my that one was my choice. Look, it was a really nice painting, and I thought my room could do with some color. Yes, I stole the lady's portrait, but she had really nice clothes on for that painting, and I thought the purple would just look really, the blue dress in the painting would just look really nice against the hard wooden floors.
Galloy is going to just turn to Aerothel and say, I am supposed to ignore when people are talking about me, am I not?
Yes, you are.
No,
Understand.
you are not. You are Galloy. You are not.
Who's there?
Anyway, did you all lose a couple? Are any of you able to retrieve them, or should we start without them?
Kaelin's going to just say, we'll start. They will join us and we can catch them up.
Okay. I'm assuming one of you has a map of the area since you've lived here.
Kaelin will roll one out.
And she'll use a few of the cups to pin the quarters down. Okay.
I'm going to pull out a tiny little ruby, and I'm going to say, that's me.
Yes, you are.
Going
You're the
to
person in
make...
Monopoly that goes, I'm the car. I'm always the car. I'm the ruby.
You're
I'm
a
not going to
gem,
be a toy.
alright.
going to
Aww.
make it easy for you guys.
Thanks, Hawks.
Anytime. He tries to hug her.
Ew.
Get a toothbrush first.
Okay, so, and we're just using this as the map having been rolled out, since it's convenient. So, show me, where or what Charles' plan is. If we're going into the city, which I assume we are, what's the plan?
Kaylin?
Kaylin is looking a little stunned and says, "Yes, the plan. We usually have one of those. I think we need to strike hard and fast, but we should do so with relative discretion.
And not at nighttime.
There is a large beast that we will have to contend with. It has struck fear into our hearts, so perhaps we should stay relatively close to Malagos, who can assist with that. And I think, yeah, if we just keep hitting the big thing and make sure to not get hit by the small things, we should be good.
What are our thoughts on the Bloodstone? Like, I can stay away from everyone who's a dragon.
Listen, judging by Amber's reaction, we probably shouldn't use it.
Aerothel has went from staring at Kaylin with a very stern and disappointed gaze to looking to Saren quizzically.
Do you know what Bloodstone is?
Yes, the capital and a few other important places use bloodstone marble for protection. But what have you found it capable of?
It gets rid of shadow. So we found these daggers on the Shadowfell creatures, and I put the Bloodstone near the daggers, and the daggers rusted, and it took away all of the Shadowfell magic that was in them. My idea is, because myself, I stay away from most people during combat. I could potentially see its reaction against Shadowfell creatures. Alternatively, we could see if any of the Shadowfell creatures have fallen into any traps, and I could shoot it like in the kneecap with a regular arrow, then shoot it in the kneecap with like a bloodstone arrow and see what reaction it has.
Galoy shuffles away slightly along the bench towards Aerothel and says, "If that degrades the fell, keep it away from me."
And also, dragons don't like it. Sucks. We found it in that I was telling Airthel it down in what was that city's name? Yeah, we had to cross the bridge. Find a way to cross the
Red Bridge.
Yeah, Red Bridge. Going to cross the river. It was a miserable time. Things were very wonky for me.
But what if I just stayed like 50 feet away from you during combat and I only had like 1 or 2 arrows of this just to see if it does more damage? Or do you think it would still mess you up?
If it's not fired in my direction. Fine.
But what if it's inside a creature that you then have to fight?
I'm actually one of those arrows. Malleus would like to see what happens if she tries to grab the arrow and how she feels about it.
I haven't made them.
Oh, well, you have a fellow.
At the moment, I've just got like 2 slabs in the bottom of my bag.
Aerothel's kind of watching Malagos now for a moment. You're a follower of Bahamut and you're not entirely sure what the Bloodstone Marble is?
Actually, that is the person who plays Malagos that forgot. Malagos would remember.
No, Malagos would never know. She's never
not.
came across it until Redbridge.
No. Oh wait. Really? I thought but I thought we figured out what it did during Red Bridge.
We figured out what it did. We didn't find out the lore behind it. We had a theory, but it was never confirmed.
Well, that helps me in this answer. Well, yeah. Look, Don't give me that look. I've never come across it before until we went to Red Bridge, and yeah, I honestly we've been a little busy for me to be able to go to a library and look up the history behind it.
Well, a library really wouldn't be able to tell you much. It's kind of a fairy tale, I suppose.
I didn't get told those as a child.
Well,
That's a
the
really sad realization.
whichever
Yeah,
came
really good.
first is kind of hard to tell, but paraphrasing the story, it is said that the reason that bloodstone marble keeps away dragons so well, that it's made from the blood of the dragons, the original dragons who fought and died when they were being taken by the shadow. Um, I'm sure any one of you knows of the original dragons and how they were put here to protect this world, so they say. So it would make sense that such a original protector of this plane of existence would scare away the shadows, or the shadow fell, I suppose. I mean, I'm not a scholar, far from it, but I mean, it makes a strange kind of sense, don't you think?
Mm.
Yeah, and seeing that we have actually heard the stories from a reliable source about the original dragons, it actually does match up. Weird. Mm, mm, mm.
Well,
Wasn't near me, but
I mean, if you all can keep it controlled and it turns out to be useful, it's something I would definitely look into utilizing to your advantage.
Garganoff, if she makes those arrows, fires one into something that I'm fighting, and it goes south, you're gonna fight that creature, and I'll swap with you whatever you're fighting, as long as it doesn't have an arrow in it with that stone. Sound good? Good plan? Maybe?
Whatever you just said, yes. And Garganoth
Yo.
salutes.
I'll use my lightning arrows, but if it comes to like a last resort, or if I see Chiria, I don't see the
Well,
issue in shooting him if it stops him from teleporting.
if you see Trier, aim for the face.
Where are
Sorry.
dragons weakest?
Chiria's
Under.
On
Yes,
the
he is.
inside.
Yes.
Uh-huh. So really, whoever has to get close enough to him, maybe rip a wound open in him, and then she should shoot the arrow into that.
How thick are their
That-
decks?
Dragon's scales
Not
and
as ones at
armor
herself.
are.
So
Pretty
you,
decently thick.
so you aim for the eye.
Or through the mouth.
That would actually.
Are you
Not as
all?
take this and goes. Probably work.
Dumey, considering who Galloy fought during his war, would he know the weakest part of a dragon?
Roll me a history check. No.
You
Roll
can
me a
do it.
survival check.
But I have a plus to history. I don't have a plus to survival.
Well, this is about a creature and not so much as historical knowledge. 14's
Not
pretty
bad.
good. Gallo, you would know that the weakest point on a dragon probably depends on its age. If we're talking something ancient, there are very few weak points. None, many would say.
Galloy would say, when I faced many of the ancient dragons, we found very few weak points.
But you would know that the older a dragon gets, the more With a 14. Yeah, with 14, you know. The more prideful they get.
The way to defeat a dragon is often more mental than physical.
I'm out.
Are you? Are you?
My hat
What
box.
kind of mental? What
Sarah's
kind of
just like,
mental?
I
Like,
know my limitations.
They tend to have a lot of pride, and if you can wound that, then
Saren, you'd be perfect.
how would the kids say? You can yeet that motherfucker out.
Saren, you would be perfect. You just insulted.
I'm gonna pull out the hat box. Hey, you see this stupid little box that I've had for like 6 months now, like 3 weeks now? You know why I haven't kept trying to unlock it? It's because it becomes word puzzles. I'm really good at straightforward things like picking locks and breaking into things. But if you give me a word puzzle, I'm not fabulous.
Hey, Sarah.
Dragons are just giant. Dragons are just big word puzzles.
Well, maybe I'll try to insult it then.
Good. You know, kind of put the Hawk's charm on and distract her.
Oh God.
Insult. Just insult. Make poke at it. Just poke. Yeah, just insult it is what I'm getting.
But again, this is Sharia.
Can I interject for a moment?
Absolutely. Please.
When describing what you all saw in the city, you did not mention anything about a dragon. Are you seriously planning to go up against a dragon
Sharia
today?
dragon? I thought he was some sort of human dude.
No, Sharir is a dragon.
Like a Malagos dragon or like huge wings dragon?
Like one of the original protectors of the world dragon.
Like a dragon.
Like, okay, Sarah, do you not remember when we were in that one plane having a little chat with somebody?
We
That
weren't there for that session.
Right, sorry. So, Saren. Yeah, but I gotta play it like Saren, like, don't you remember this? And then I can explain it.
Yeah, Saren was there, but
like,
player
nah.
wasn't.
Yeah. So, don't you remember we were having the chat with a certain someone who was silvery, and he basically explained there were the original dragons and Sharir. What was it? The colorless one that he basically he killed all the other ones, took in their powers, then killed the colorless one, and now he's the only one left, and that's why he's gone mostly insane.
Look, I would be listening, but I was debating whether or not if I stole anything out of a plane, I could bring it back into this plane. So, like, I was kind of distracted.
Malagos just gets this very disappointed look.
I didn't take anything, but I was thinking about it.
Of course you were.
Kev Corvus is somewhere thinking, where did I put my keys?
Saren, tonight, work on that box. I will be there with you. I can try to help you with the word puzzles if you want.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, so we've got to fight a dragon and the giant centipede. We cannot do both at the same time.
Well, remember, remember where that silver dragon like saved us from that? What did he call it? The what fortress? Where we practically all almost died.
Wormblight, aerothel says.
Wormblight.
Yes.
Isn't that the place that we kind of left Lanyard back at?
No.
No. We're teleporting somewhere and something went wrong with the teleport. He went somewhere else. We don't know where.
Okay. So how can we get rid of the giant centipede and then take on a dragon? Because we can't fight those back to back.
The dragon isn't in the town.
Not yet.
No. So we. I mean, I'm fully rested.
But we have to fight the shadow creatures during the day. Aerothel, would the capital have any sort of dragon killing weaponry that Malagos or Garganoth could wield?
I had my flame tongue sword. Can do more damage.
I mean,
Oh yeah, we also have to kill a giant, so let's add giant to the list.
Yep.
The Treasury has many weapons back from the wars, but I don't think you're going to get much help from the capital.
Need
But
to
I don't-
tell me enough about the treasury. I've got a.
No.
I know a teleportation circle that's in the city.
They think you're
Saren, that's not the
terrorists.
problem. The problem, Saren, is apparently they seem to think that we're the bad guys in this situation.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I have an unofficial, unregistered teleportation circle that's in the city that I could use with help to teleport into, get something out of the treasury, and come back.
Where does that? Do I want to know where that teleportation circle takes you?
Remember when I got kidnapped?
Yes.
There's a teleportation in the circle that goes to a bar that's owned by a crime family and it links up to the capital. So I remember the location of that particular teleportation circle. Oh, but then if I try to teleport using it, I won't end up back here. I'll end up there and I don't want to be there. That doesn't work.
Is this the same one that me and you have had a chat about?
I think so. I can't keep track.
There's more than one?
Oh no, I've only been kidnapped once since I've been back.
I'm not talking about when you were kidnapped. I'm talking about the crime family.
Oh no, I'm only part of one crime family. It's
Okay, so that's the one that me and you have talked about.
I think we're
Yes,
getting
it's fine.
distracted.
Yes, just a little bit.
Sorry.
aerothel. This is the party you told me about.
There's a lot going on. Normally, we're much better organized.
So let's.
Okay,
I honestly, I would not think to get any help from the capital right now. The only reason I was able to come was because the Silver Dawn is pretty much independent from the Imperial forces. Jessamine kind of called in a favor and all, but it is what it is. I think we need to focus on what's happening now. You said they were pulling something out of the water.
Yep.
Well, we shouldn't be like delaying much, should we?
I think let's go kill a giant centipede and figure out what's in the water.
If you like, we can skip the transit this time.
Alright.
Kalen's tapping her helmet.
Here's. Do we want to save that because we can only use it so many times a day and only transport so many people?
You make a
And
good
that's
point.
and that still has a well. I would hope it doesn't have a chance to fail since we've lived here for how long?
While they're doing that, I cast Detect Magic to see if Saren's being scryed on again.
Perception check, Hawks.
Mm.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm so glad
believe you,
Aerothel didn't
Hawks.
bring up the fact there's illegal teleportation circles that I know about.
She's trying to stay on target.
Which
Thank
means
God.
she's kept it in the back of her mind for later.
By the way, I'm casting this at level 5.
Level 5.
Damn.
I don't think
Oh,
upcasting
why-
does anything.
Sure, you want to waste a level 5 spell?
Don't
He's a
waste.
warlock. He can't do anything else.
Yeah, it always is a level 5. Um,
Oh,
I mean, Hawks, you don't see anything that you're unused to seeing as you look around.
How much does Galloy glow?
Galloway glows more than the rest of you guys, but well, you know
I
what?
look at Galloway and I'm like, ah! My eyes!
I worry about him sometimes.
Well, why don't we give ourselves half an hour? I can work with Garganoff to make up a couple of bloodstone arrows. I'll keep them hidden in my quiver. I'll use them if I have to, and that gives the others enough time to get back, and we can give them the lowdown. We'll do a sweep through the town, go building by building, stealthily taking them out, and then go from there.
I would also like to announce that Saren is not being scryed on right now.
Thanks, Hawks. I appreciate it.
And with that revelation, we're going to shift direction into the tent for a moment.
I think Jason had left. Mia had sat down, and Amber had sat down next to her to just kind of try to talk, because we had been discussing potentially trying to figure out uses for the bloodstone stuff, if I remember correctly.
Yes, and I got bitched at for suggesting it.
You
that
got
very much put me in. Look, Mia is emotionally not having the best time of her life, you know, because Garganoth had denounced her as a person at all. And then now Jason's like, well, you must be the worst human being ever. Huff, huff, huff. I'm gonna go
But
try to
I
kill
know it's a low
myself.
I know it's a low bar, but Saren called you a good person.
And then, you know, we're just here. We're just hanging out.
yeah.
It's a low bar, but Saren thinks you're alright.
So because you know we're currently unaware that everyone's mobilizing,
Yeah.
we'll just carry on as normal. So Mia's just like, I know that you haven't been around us forever, but this is pretty typical, and I don't know how to handle it anymore, to be honest. I didn't think I was, you know, being selfish or naive this time, and I really just tried to make like a, you know, Mia had a scientific thought in her brain, and it's not all like hack and slash. And
I
then
don't think you're
I
being
got
selfish.
shut down.
I don't think you're being selfish at all.
Sometimes it just like, not you because we just met, but he gets very protective of things that he cares for and then doesn't realize like that he kind of makes me feel like the village idiot.
I assure you, you are far from the village idiot.
No,
Testing
that
the
talks.
bloodstone. Testing the bloodstone with Malagos and I is probably the best solution that we have to try to establish any kind of range and what kind of effects it would have. I don't know if your friends have done any testing like this, but
I'm not promoting that you guys should be lab rats that we inject different formulas and potions and shit into. I'm just saying, like, we know that this has an effect, and we don't know what the effect would be on a ancient full-blood dragon, but there are so many things that you can do with material and make it into other forms of material that would suit purposes. And if we're putting it in a bag of holding, then it's not going to affect you to be around because that's a demi-plane.
that makes sense. My father knew much more about how transforming materials than I ever did, and I may not be an ancient dragon, but being as old as I am, and I kind of gently nudge Mia, you young whippersnappers may not understand that.
Okay, boomer.
But if how it affects me can give us any indication of how it may affect him, then I suppose I'm first to volunteer for lab ratting.
Well, we did have for a short time with us an artificer, and I guess when we were gone, they got separated from the pack, and after we handle this, I think we need to find him because I hope he's not dead. I would really feel bad about that. he would know, or he would have less reservations in trying to figure something out than everyone else does. I just think if you make it a powder, or you make it a serum, or you make it a tincture, right, and you make an exploding arrow, or you dip a weapon in something, like when you use poison and stuff like that, like, but
That
Jason
makes
doesn't want to hear it because it involves making you uncomfortable. There's also this thing that he does where he gets really attached to a new person and like insta best friend love bombs them and gets really defensive.
even after everything I've put you two through. And, if I may be so bold, fuck what Jason thinks. This is my decision to make. If I volunteer to have that stuff sprayed in my face, so be it. This is my decision. I should help you for everything that is kind of my fault. But nonetheless, beside the point, it's my decision above all else. Jason is a kind, caring person. His opinion doesn't mean anything in this moment.
I
And
think we could find somewhere. I mean, I don't want to do it in here because I don't want to ruin your inner sanctum, if you will. But we find an empty room or even like an abandoned house now that the town is fucked off. Well, got pushed out. Sorry, that was insensitive. To kind of work on these things and do something. But it's so frustrating when you're in a relationship with someone who doesn't take you seriously, and half the time they just do their own thing, and I know the pot kettle black, but like he does it a lot and he just walks away from me, and then I get mad and he's mad, and then we have to come. There's just so much unnecessary. I love him, but good God, it's sometimes I think my hair is white now permanently because I married him. We should probably go make sure he's not causing self-destruction.
yes, I don't think this area is equipped for another glass incident.
Blowing session? Yeah, probably not.
And I suppose I should probably give your companions at least a modicum of an apology. I did walk away rather abruptly, and
I mean, it's been like, what, 20 minutes? I'm sure they've calmed down by now.
Yes, but if you trust them, then I suppose I should at least give them a little bit of information about what's going on and why I would have reacted that way.
I was going to say, what trouble could they be getting themselves into in 20 minutes? And then I thought about who they were. So I didn't say that, but I thought it.
If they're anything like you and Jason, then I'm already concerned another mummy lord is running around town.
Probably like a water monster mummy lord, because we're by the water.
Oh, that would make sense. Maybe it's wrapped in seaweed.
Ooh. Do you think you could put it over a fire and roast it slowly?
Kind of crisp it out?
Yeah.
We'll have to try that when we find the inevitable monster Jason has summoned.
By himself.
Of course.
With no means of asking for help. Or intentions to do so. All right, let's find the knucklehead. Now, do we find the knucklehead first or make the apologies? Honestly, him is probably more important, or we could, gather everyone to bring him back. I don't know the level of talking him down at this point that I can do.
I mean, all else fails, I tell him to fuck off, and it's my choice, and if he doesn't like it, he doesn't have to like it. He's not my dad.
Try telling him that.
I'm older than the two of you combined. It won't be that hard.
But you don't look older.
I appreciate that. I like to think I've aged gracefully. And as I say that, I'm going to stand up and make my way to the front of the tent.
I shall follow.
There's a huge scorch mark at the front of the tent.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
I wasn't there before, and this one isn't my fault.
And there's also a large griffin that's kind of just plucking at the grasses a few feet away.
What the fuck is that?
Is that a new party member you didn't tell me you have?
No, new party members have to go through a strict one-on-one combat with me before approval process.
Does being punched and hit with fire bolts count?
I mean, I'm still pretty sure I could take you on.
I'll just eat you.
Out of
Amber's-
character, I don't think Hawks ever had that.
Amber's punches are only half as effective.
Oh, especially because it's her dominant arm that's gone. Does that make him a quarter effective since she'd be punching with her non-dominant arm?
It's like being slapped by a wet noodle.
I'm working on it. But yes, I suppose
An
we
al
should go
dente
find.
noodle?
I suppose we should go find your second brain cell and potentially the other members of the menagerie.
I mean, do you want to see if this griffin is sentient? Do you speak to animals? Hey, do you speak common?
Kind of looks up for a moment. Its feathers kind of ruffling a bit. It shakes its head. Like, not like shakes it as a no, but like shakes it like it's, shaking it out and goes back to pulling at the grass.
So it goes, but as a bird. So
I have a feeling it doesn't speak common.
I have a feeling I'm being ignored by a lot.
Where's the noise gamma?
did it not come through? So instead of your horse,
I'm talking about the second noise.
it was a.
Oh, I thought you were going to do the screech of an eagle.
No, I don't want to hurt people's eardrums. I can do that.
No.
No.
So good. Like I've never been more good in my life. Yeah, Hawks, you're still not fully a member. You do have to fight. It's in
I
the rule book.
disagree.
Anyway. Alright, so
You collect the knucklehead, and I'll see if I can find the others, since they don't appear to be where we left them.
Griffin, where'd everyone go? Can you nod in a direction? Point a toe, a talon?
The griffin is indeed smart enough for that such a thing, but I want to see Mia's animal handling.
Oh, it's not great. It's not
Can I give a help action with this one?
Tell me how you help.
I would attempt to use my mind powers. No, I'm kidding. I would attempt to use the knowledge that I have gained over the years reading various scrolls, and would attempt to help Mia maybe with more keywords instead of just saying, "Hey, where did they go?" Maybe give Mia like, "Oh, find your master."
Okay, I'll allow it.
Oh, sorry, is that the right terminology? Where's your master? What if that's rude to presume they have a master? What if they're like their own independent griffin and they don't need no master?
Would you like to find the others or not?
Okay. The question stands.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
that's not bad.
The creature kind of stands up a bit straighter, folds its wings on its back neatly, and turns and points its beak in the direction of the front door of the mansion.
Logical. Thank you. Do you have any fish on your person? A treat?
Don't
Pocket bacon?
believe So I have rations. That's about it.
Do I have any like jerky? I pat myself down.
I wasn't exactly given the chance to pack.
That's because you had a lot of talking to do and that interfered with packing. You brought that on yourself.
Mm-hmm. You see if you can find Jason. I'll go check in with the others. How does that sound?
Whale, if I need you guys, I don't have a way to talk to you. And I technically don't know where he went. Oh, mind powers. Excuse me, dearest husband of mine. Can you talk to me now? I'm being left on red.
He sent your call to voicemail.
Yeah. It's fucking rude.
Leave a message after the beep.
I moved his hand through his tattoo, which he cried. Don't tell him I told you. Just for him to ignore me? I think not. Jason, where are you? Please.
The number you've reached is unavailable at the moment. Please hang up immediately and try to call again.
I'm gonna shave your eyebrows in your sleep. Where are you?
The number you've called is unavailable. Please hang up immediately and try and call again. This is a recording.
This connection is infinite, man. I could talk in your head all day.
Apparently, there is no reply.
Yeah, he's being great. Being great. It's not
Any luck?
No. 0. Unfortunately, he doesn't want to talk to me right now, and that doesn't hurt my feelings at all.
We can wrangle him another time. For now, let's go find your companions.
I just, historically speaking, it's not great for him to be by himself.
That is how the desert got a new glass plane. Well, if he had left, I suppose someone would have seen him, so we have to go check in with your friends anyway. We'll see which way he went, and then either you head off and find him, or I head off and find him.
Okay, solid.
And
Let's
then
go to the
I'm
house.
thinking we get him like a belt, tie a leash to it. That way he can't go more than 10 feet away.
Just as a reminder for Gamma, Saren saw him go, and then George was the one that caught up with him, wasn't it?
That sounds correct.
That is correct. And if Saren is happy to give me the information when she comes inside.
I'd probably follow a little bit behind Mia, still not quite fully dedicated to the idea of apologizing, but you know.
You hear voices from the dining room.
We enter the dining room.
Yep.
And I think we should just stay on topic as we haven't seen the dragon just yet. Maybe we should plan for what's actually there and probably do so post haste.
Well, how many hours walk is it to the village?
It's an hour and a half or 2. Oh, hi Mia, not turning around.
What's all this?
We're trying to plan.
Obviously.
We have a fairly good plan.
Do we?
Aerothel just kind of looks at Saren and shakes her head like,
I thought we did have a plan. I thought we were going to leave in like half an hour, 40 minutes after we make up some bloodstone arrows, and then we head towards the town. Probably don't attack until the morning because you don't want to attack these shadow creatures at nighttime. I thought that was the plan.
Okay.
well, it is early morning.
Who are these people? Hi, welcome. There's a lot of people around my house, but I don't see anyone that I don't know besides you in my dining room.
This is Aerothel. She assisted us in the capital. A member of the Silver Fist, who are
Silver
independent
Dawn.
from Silver Dawn, who are independent from the governing body here. And she brought a friend. This is Galloy. Galloy waves in a very tight circular robotic motion.
Galloy, I thought the automaton you all met was named Odd.
This is a different one.
You met another
Different middleman.
automaton?
You found another one?
I didn't know there were so many.
You and Odd are different though, because you're like actually a robot. You don't have like a soul. Well, you have a soul, but like not the soul of a human that was sucked out of you and then put into a robot.
There were millions of my kind. I have not met another one since.
Mia,
Well,
Light's Gambit leader. So
I
I
know.
thought.
sort of.
Yes.
You are.
Saren, unfortunately now is not the time for snark. So you're making a plan for what? I understand it's important and it's kind of crazy to not be here. Also, has anyone seen Jason? Because he's not here.
Oh, I saw Jason. I tried to talk to him.
Yeah, about
I
that.
I sent George after him, considering that George hasn't responded. Caitlin looks out the window to look at the time. George is with him. If anything happens, George will come back.
You were saying, Hawks.
I was going to say about that. I think he went towards the direction of the town, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, and I tried to stop him, and I told him it was a dumb idea, and every time he did it, something bad happened. And so he flew straight up and away from me, ignoring me.
Wait, did you just say he went towards Valley Rest?
Yes.
And neither of you thought to point that out, that that was the direction he went?
Told you.
This was the conversation we had.
This was a conversation we had.
You
And we sort of agreed.
You'd left before. It was when you'd already left the group. You went to bed early that session, remember?
Oh, okay. So I
Malagos-
didn't realize that you guys actually had the. Okay,
Yeah, Malagos would have known.
okay.
Yeah. He flew towards the town, and I decided it was more important that we as a collective group had a plan.
And now he's probably burning down half the town.
Yeah, probably.
Well, then at least we've got a head start on a plan.
I feel like we should probably start heading that direction and plan on the way, maybe? Because
Do you have a similar ability to our lovely Malagos here to bolster the resolve of your companions?
That's a good question, isn't it?
question of the day.
Hey, Amber, do you have
He
any
died.
way to get us there faster?
Well, he might not be at the town yet. He might have stopped halfway to have a sulk.
Doubt it. That's no, he
But-
sulks through his actions. Doesn't
Yes.
stop.
But if we all teleport into the middle of town and he's not there, we're down a caster.
Right, but we have
This is a-
two. I assume that the two people came here because they can be of service. What do you do, Mr. Sir Steelheart?
I I am a feared fighter with the blade, and I now weave the shadows to my will.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
That's alarming. Wait, I thought warlocks were looked down upon.
They are, which is why I've been his escort and observer.
How have I gotten away with being a warlock this long?
Aerothel shoots you a
Jasmine thinks
very
you're cute.
pointed look as she just gained new
Honestly,
knowledge.
honestly, Hawks, if you keep bringing it up, you're not going to.
Saren says, it's okay, Aerothel. Jasmine knows. He told them on a date.
Did you know that was private information?
A
Not
date?
anymore.
Jasmine and Aerothel are friends, Hawks.
The fish boy is
Conversation that we could have whilst we move.
Yes.
Yes.
If
As
we're
for
moving, I can't
myself,
make out.
I'm a paladin of compassion. I protect, and with the shield, I become quite a wall in battle.
Oh, hide behind you. Okay. Yay, another superhero.
It's
well.
I
Okay.
think
Who's
Aerothel
the
behind
first one,
myself.
Hawks?
In that
Malgus
case-
just looks at Garganoth being like, why? Why do you do this?
Garganoth turns a little red and looks away.
The
Wasn't
first
me.
hero was Malagos, remember? The mighty Malagos?
Behind his back, Garganoth does a little small air punch, like, yeah, he said it.
Malgus is like, that's it. And he just like, I'm gonna start walking, and just starts walking.
I go behind her like, hey, wait a minute. I'm
Nope.
sorry.
Guys, is there anything in the safe in the vault that could help us?
Unless you want to throw gold at it.
Oh no,
Uh,
that's not
actu-
golden.
Dragons
No,
do
there's
like their
not. There's
gold.
more.
I'm
No,
not
hold
giving
on.
up my gold. Hell no.
Drag,
You would never.
what are we talking about?
Have we
What
checked to see if Sarah... Oh,
This
sorry.
whole conversation that we weren't privy to.
Your friends
Well,
seem to think there's a possibility of a dragon appearing at the town.
No, we don't think Sharir is going to show up. We think we just are planning for the future. It's a
Well-
continuation of the conversation we were having slightly before you swooped down, Aerothel.
Malagos goes, actually, now that you mention it, and she just heads towards the wall, being like, I think there's something in here. There's a mithril spear. I don't know who can use it or anything, but there is one.
A mithril spear?
There's a mithril spear in our vault.
What the fuck?
I don't remember where we got it, but we also have a scroll to detect thought. We have a scroll of enthrall, a scroll of protection from fiends, that fucking glass bottle filled with thick green ichor that no one wants to try or figure out, a
Right.
shitload of dragon scale,
That what?
claws, teeth, and wing membranes, and 4 very fine wyvern bridles.
What was that thing no one wants to figure out?
Green icon.
Green ichor. Yeah, a glass bottle filled with it. We don't know what it does.
Let me see.
But it's been sitting in there for a while, actually.
Let Hawks drink it.
Hawks, come with me.
Okay.
Gonna go.
Might not be the best idea to do that when we have something really big and scary looming.
Also, bring back that spear, Malgos.
That's where I was gonna go get it. So Malagos is gonna go to the vault. She's going to pick up the mithril spear. She's gonna pick up the scroll of enthrall and the glass ball of thick green ichor, and then with Hawks walk back to the group. Oh, and the longbow. Oh, she's also gonna grab the longbow +1 to see if anyone can use it.
Kaylin will quite happily take that.
Do we have any staves that are better than a regular one?
Any what?
Staffs.
I mean, you have a spear.
There's literally this mithril spear. I don't know what it does. I don't know
What's
how
so
good
good
it is.
about a mithril spear?
I don't know.
I don't think.
Mithril has
Mithril
some
is
good
very-
qualities.
Specific.
Yeah, but it's not in compendium in roll 20.
Yeah, that's why I was asking. I was trying to look it up.
Well, I mean, all you gotta do is ask.
Hi.
Oh my goodness, world, what does the sphere do?
Well, it's funny that you ask. Because
Check to say
nobody's
it's not
asked
dragon.
before.
Oh, sorry.
I think we
Death Razor
I thought we did.
2.0.
Oh God, not another black razor.
Yeah, that one.
If it's a spear, it can do so much more than a phone. Acid doesn't let me hurt people.
Mithril is a non-ferrous material. It's very expensive. The silvery blue shining metal is derived from soft, glittering, silvery black ore. It makes the item very strong and very light. If someone might want to roll a check that has to do with metals and stone, they might know more.
Garganoth?
Garganoth, can you look at this spear for me?
Sure, no problem. Garganoth
Thanks.
stares at the spear intently. He furrows his brow. He
Give
almost
me-
breaks a sweat.
Give me a history check.
Arms weak.
He looks very lost in concentration.
You've had one drink.
I'm gonna look at the green ichor and use Arcana when I get a chance.
Okay.
Okay. And August is gonna look at Kaylin, go here. Here's a +1. Well, that you mentioned you'd like the stag.
Galen happily receives the +1 weapon.
Don't you already have a +1 longbow?
No, you have the +1 longbow. I have an elven double shot bow, which is not as good as you think it would be.
I think the longbow +1 was Theron's, and then she got her current bow, which is better, and so it got
No,
put short.
No, I had a +1 longbow because I bought one.
Oh, yeah, no, there's no one in storage.
Didn't I give a spirit
now?
like some shop to
Uh,
improve?
Kaylin, do you have that added to your sheet so I can delete it?
I will add it now. Just give me 2 seconds.
Okay. I need to.
Well, you
Let's
can
go with
delete it.
scrolls. Okay. Let's go with scrolls.
I am good
One
with
second,
scrolls. Says
Garganoth.
the metallic robot.
No problem.
I don't know what this one does. I just know it's called the Scroll of Enthrall.
To enthrall, to bind something to one's will, or perhaps bind to service.
Huh. Jason, I feel like would be for this. He's very good at weaving words. We just have to find him first.
Garganoth, as you look over this mithril sphere, it's pretty plain to. Well, I mean, as a dwarf, you do know that the mithril ore itself can be found. Well, is most likely found deeper underground, closer to the Underdark. There is a process to smithing the mithril, but it is known only to a few of your people, and they don't quite share it openly, as it's something that's very profitable and very rare to have. This spear in particular is actually crafted by your great uncle Thaddeus.
Ooh.
You recognize the maker mark.
What's the maker mark look like?
The maker mark looks like a I wasn't prepared for you to ask me that one.
You'd think he'd learn.
A T in the shape of a hammer.
You know what? Yeah, let's go with that. We'll go with the T in the
I like
shape
it.
of a hammer on an anvil.
Garganoth is going to say, "Do you mind if I hold it? I can tell that's a very valuable spear. It's not common for them to be in anyone's hands."
I mean, if you need it as a weapon,
No, just let me take a look at it, silly. Where's the bonk?
I handed it to you.
Oh, I thought I was just looking at it from.
No, I literally handed it to you so you could take a close
I'm
look at it.
imagining Malagos like holding it out, expecting Garganoth to take it, and Garganoth just staring at it over.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was doing.
Going, "Eh."
I was like, no, just take it.
All right, Garganoth reaches out and takes it. Yeah, I can see here. Look at the there's an anvil and yes, there it is. Yes, you can see the T, the shape of a hammer. It's my great uncle Thaddeus. It's great uncle. Yes, great uncle Thaddeus. Fine
That's neat.
craftsmanship, I must say.
That's cool.
Would Garganoth remember any stories of his uncle creating special spears, or is this just like a non-magical spear type of thing going on?
It does indeed have a special ability, and after looking it over a bit further, you notice the dwarven markings that mark this as a blur strike weapon. And you, being a dwarf that knows these things, knows that a blur strike weapon, when used properly, becomes semi-transparent and gives the attacker advantage on attacks.
Yes, this spear. He's not made too many of these, but I've rarely seen a spear of this caliber miss its mark. It's a very special spear indeed. And he hands it back to Malagos.
That's cool.
That's cool. I just gave you family history and I get a that's cool?
Okay, look, I don't.
Then it's okay. That's just okay.
No.
Aina wants to geek out with Garth over this so bad, but they're just like standing there not making eye contact.
I lost for words.
Salty that they can't be like, wow, this is amazing.
Galloy
You guys
is
are
going
lost
to
for
say-
words. Like, we've literally had a piece of a weapon. Literally had this weapon from your family sitting in our fucking vault for 2 years. I really kind of feel ashamed about that.
We really should do inventory more often. It's a big loss, honestly. This, in the right hands, this is a deadly weapon.
It is
Hux walks out
important
the
to
door,
inventory.
poking.
I guess the question is,
Iker.
do you want this card to throw? Do you know how to throw one? I don't know how to throw it.
Oh, I definitely do, but as he pats Whelm, Whelm is my companion. And I mean that as in more of a weapon and not in the way you're thinking, you perverts.
Does Whelm get jealous if you use other weapons?
The fanfic has already begun.
No, but I've grown so accustomed to Whelm that I just, short of losing Whelm, I can't see myself using anything else, quite honestly.
So you just can't get overwhelmed.
I am so overwhelmed with Whelm that I just, in a good way.
Can't get overwhelmed.
I'm overjoyed with Whelm. I could never be overwhelmed.
With the mention of Whelm, Dumey, would Galloy know anything about this particular weapon?
Let me finish the Icar thing first.
Okay.
And then we'll get to that. So Hawks, a 9. Okay. Looking at the green Icar, God, it's one of two things, and I don't remember where we got it.
We got that was from. It's like one of the first things that we got into. Was it from when we got the freaking stronghold?
Or was it
I
from
truly don't remember.
Tamara's temple?
I don't know.
That's what it was. I think.
Okay. If it's Tamara's
The green
temple.
icon?
I thought we got that just before Lavira died in the Bollywog Castle.
Hux is
Oh.
poking at this thing like it's slime to play with.
That's, yeah, Icar, yeah.
Yeah. Malagos will hand the spear over to Mia.
As I open the bottle.
Has a very acrid smell. With with a 9, the most you know is probably shouldn't drink it.
Well, I'm gonna investigate it to see if anything happens when I'm poking it.
Yes.
So you're going to touch it?
Yes.
Okay.
Darren, maybe don't say that in front of aerothel.
I think you quietly to Garganoth
Across
after
the
I.
table.
We're in the vault.
No. I said I went to the vault, grabbed the stuff, and came back.
Oh, because I thought we were still in the vault because Garganoth was talking about inventory and I'm sitting on my pile going,
No, we said we should take inventory because I found all this stuff.
no, we should not do an inventory. Not on my stuff.
Saren, we're doing the inventory. We'll leave your stuff alone, but we're still doing the inventory.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Hawks is having his moment.
Sorry, Hawks.
So Hawks, nothing happens when you poke at it. Like I said, it has a very acrid smell, and with the 9, it you know it's probably dangerous, but that's all you really know.
So it's not hurting me as I'm touching it, though?
No, it is not hurting you as you touch it.
Okay. I have no idea what to do next. I'll just, put it up to Saren's nose and be like, this smells weird.
I'm gonna sniff it.
You sniff it. Yeah,
Yeah, what does it smell like?
it's a very acrid smell.
Does it smell like any of
Give
I
me
stick
a,
my finger in?
give me an investigation check there. Or no. Give me Saren, give me a history check.
Have I smelt this before for 13?
It's Jeopardy.
So Saren, this strange green ichor. 13. You've smelled it before. It's some kind of poison, but you can't recall what kind.
It's poison. Don't drink it.
Are you meant to coat arrows with it or something?
I don't know. I don't exactly remember where I've smelt it before, but I know you don't want to eat it.
Kalen would look over and say, considering its viscosity, it would be ideal for coating arrows.
Saren, roll me a d4 and I'll give you one of the... I'll let you remember one of the effects this thing has.
2.
2. Victims of this poison begin to suffer itching and weeping lesions that form primarily on their back.
I say that they say it basically causes you to have like weepy, oozy, itchy lesions.
Hey, Saren, do you want to take that, put and like use it to coat your arrows to fight the centipede thing that we need to go fight?
I think Kalen should. If Kalen has a +1 longbow and regular arrows, I've been using my bow that doesn't require any arrows.
Right, Caitlin. Then, and then we probably should really go. Do you want to take this green ichor, coat your arrows once we get there, so we could maybe like?
I could just hand the bottle
Cool.
over, like I no longer want it, because it smells nasty and I don't want to die.
What do you have?
You're not gonna die.
I've got extra.
We have random poison that's now with Caitlin.
15 more of mine.
I have 35.
I'm just saying I don't trust myself to remember that this is poison. This is me we're talking about, remember?
Okay, it's with
Caitlin with,
Caitlin.
Pardon?
Well, Hawks was saying, like, I don't trust myself to not remember this poison. I'm like, well, it's not going to matter. It's with Caitlin.
Yeah.
If Caitlin takes it.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
I
I
won't
mean,
take it.
I was giving it to her for that reason.
Oh, I couldn't hear that part.
Are there any other healing potions or anything like that in the vault?
Nope. Literally all that's in the vault is everything I listed. So, protection from fiends scroll, the scroll of enthrall, the scroll of detect thought, the mithril. I brought the mithril spear out, and then there's just a bunch of from when we killed a white dragon. At some point, there's like scales, claws, teeth, wing membrane, and then there's
Yeah, the
like,
Sky Castle.
and then there's the that's right. And then there's the wyvern bridles embellished with jade with mithril bits that I think we also got from the Sky Castle. We did a lot of
So,
stuff in the Sky Castle.
are we
did.
ready to go?
Yeah.
Did we have
Well, we
breakfast
should-
yet?
Yes, we had
Garganoth, you
breakfast.
can. Yes, we've eaten.
Excellent.
You can.
The poison for Kaylin. Kaylin's poison.
The poison specifically chosen for Caleb.
So we'll walk towards the town, assess from there if there's anything major that's changed from last night. We'll adapt what we were going to do.
Sounds
Yeah.
like a plan.
We still have to possibly deal with being underwater, and that's still the domain of Hawks and I.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
No, we won't. We'll go under it.
We've,
Oh my god. All right.
Can I just say I
We
can
have this conversation while we walk.
sneak around?
Hot question.
Yes.
What kind of warlock are you?
I am a warlock of the depths.
The fishy kind.
The fishy cat.
Yes, the fishy kind. I can do all kinds of things with different kinds of tentacles. And I
Oh.
know that sounds wrong.
It does.
It's just
Eye
the
emoji.
What it
thing
is.
that as beautiful as this weapon is, and as much as I would like to covet it, I think that your mobility in battle and how we face things underwater a lot recently, which is just mind blowing, that this would be good for you to have.
Are you sure?
What are you working with now?
Just a quarterstaff?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
Is she giving
Thank
Hawks?
you.
You mithril. Mithril spear.
Hawks, it's a glass cannon.
Don't lose it, Hawks.
With Mia saying that, Hawks, knowing how he is, tries to avoid giving Mia a hug, but pats her on the shoulder.
He doesn't get that.
Look forward to seeing how you use it when our battle comes. One-on-one.
We've never seen Hawks fight one-on-one. Are we sure we want to give him the mithril spear? No offense, Hawks.
It's honestly, it's not a bad idea because it'll keep him at a distance from the enemy.
He can throw it, can be a ranged weapon, but honestly, if he is going to be in this party and he's the quote-unquote longest newbie that we've had so far, he should be upgraded. We all have magic weapons.
That's fair.
Hawks is getting all emotional.
Don't cry or I'll take it back.
If you throw it, you better go get that thing. I swear to Daniel.
Yeah, maybe talk to your benefactor about being able to recall weapons.
Fox, if you lose it, I'm going to try to drown you in a toilet bowl while you sleep.
I will not lose it.
It
I
is
will
my
die
belief,
before I lose it.
That's the
considering
spirit.
its race, that it would be unlikely to drown this particular specimen.
I've never
You asked the
tried
kid.
to kill it. I've never, had dealings with water triton, water elves, and, other water species. You never know.
Ugh, it's a good weapon. If you lose it, I'll be pissed that I gave it to you.
Out of character, I will not lose this thing.
Yeah, I want you
Holy
to hold
shit!
that
That's
shit to your hand.
I can't seem to add it to my character sheet.
Well, just add a +2 spear
And remember what it does.
and remember what it does. Yes.
AKA, take what's in the thing that Doomer put up, copy paste
Right.
it.
Yes, perfect. This has been a lovely, heartwarming, if not overly drawn out conversation. So let's get back on topic. Did you know that Amber does magic and can get us to where we need to go, at least part of the way there? Because they do magic, and so we don't need to talk about that thing anymore. We can just go.
No, didn't know that.
Awesome.
Well, why don't we teleport halfway? And then we can assess the damage from there.
Amber.
My teleport isn't as specific as halfway.
Where the
I
traps
can-
are. Not exactly on the traps, near the traps.
Would you like me to finish my explanation before you cut me off again?
Aaron.
As I was saying, I can take us to specific locations or get as close as I can. I have been into the town of Valley Rest and at least have wandered around it, so I'm more familiar than I was with the path and the traps. I didn't pay much attention to that, nor was I there when the traps were set. I can take myself and up to 8 other people with me when we go. I can teleport us as close to Valley Rest as I can.
There's 9 of us. There's 10 of us.
I saw a
And-
griffin. It's not going to be as fast as teleporting, obviously, but they'll get there.
Yes, Richard is more than capable, and I'm sure he's had a nice little rest.
God, his
We-
name is Richard. We had such a good conversation. I feel like we're best friends.
He is a wonderful boy.
Yeah.
He's very loyal and he is very sweet.
As much as I appreciate our ability to have people who know teleportation magic, my concern is that we may end up, to people who teleport with you, Amber, may end up in the middle of, in town, teleporting right next to shadow creatures who we know are really, really bad if you get into melee range with them. And and the people that go on the Griffin could still be, away.
We have somebody who's heading towards an unknown and has a head start. There's no way that we can do traditional travel and be effective.
I agree
Yeah.
with that. But perhaps we should have someone who is more familiar with the location do the teleport. I know that Malagos, you were concerned that we could only use my teleportation helm a number of times per day, but if our friend Amber here is able to teleport as well, then that mitigates that problem.
And I
Yeah.
can carry
Fine by
Galloway
me.
with me, so I mean, we may get there a little bit after you all, but if it means the difference between one of your friends being safe or not, I mean, we'll get there. It'll just be a little bit later.
Yeah, let me rephrase. I'm teleporting to get Jason's ass. I don't. If you want to do that as well, please join me.
You're just as sad.
I don't think we should split.
We should stay together as much as possible.
Well, can we go? Because
Yeah.
time is of the essence for somebody who's on a kamikaze mission.
Aerothel, do you want to take Galloway with you so that you have 2 people in case you get ambushed, or you're happy if you take Galloway with us? If we take Galloway with us.
Well, for the time being, I'm charged with keeping an eye on my friend here, so it is best that I stay with him, at least for now. Um, but as I said, uh, we'll get there. It just may take us a little bit longer than you. Richard is much faster than you would expect.
Understood.
And what are we gonna do if Jason's not in town?
Then we kill the monster that is in town, so it stops being in town, and then we figure it out after that.
Cool.
Sounds good.
But also, Amber, I don't have an issue with you. I just don't like teleportation magic. Don't take it personally.
Oh, I understand. Some people just prefer less efficient travel means.
It's a
It
wood
would
elf
be
thing, if I
impossible
remember.
for Saren to hate one of her kind.
I'm not a dragon.
Garganoth chuckles.
I am
Whatever
not
you
a
say.
dragon. I have my pile of shit that I risked my life to get. That's like my little corner of the vault.
You might even call it a hoard.
I am not a hoarder. I just have a collection of shiny things and one very special shiny things and a handful of paintings.
Mia's
Garganoth winks.
walking out of the
Mhm.
door. The conversation is over. Mia is like fucking off. Let's go.
Kaylin-
I'm following
Kaylin
happily
would-
behind.
Aerothel
Galen would
follows as
follow.
well with her shield, and she kind of smiles and chuckles. You know, my wife, Fen, always says if it smells like a cow and moves like a cow, it's most likely a cow.
You hear
Gar-
Saren go,
Saying if
no.
they're bored like a dragon and they're cranky like a dragon, they're a dragon.
Garganoth
cranky.
scratches his beard. Come to think of it, when we were in the Sky Castle, Saren wanted to make friends with the dragon, if I'm not mistaken, and give it pets and hugs.
Mm.
It was friend shaped and I ended up nude. I have blocked that experience out. Thank you very much.
Aha!
I do hope
So
this
you
isn't
let
the
the
dragon that
dragons
Jason had
strip you
told me
down to
about in the
nothing?
desert.
Are you saying your dragon transformation ripped off your humanoid clothing?
I'd never met a dragon before and it just looked like a big lizard. So
D&D
what?
memes.
You'd know if I was a dragon because I wouldn't
I-
let Kaylin touch my shit.
I'm allowed to touch your shit.
No, I nearly let you touch
Okay,
my shit.
Let's just teleport.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the plan for this teleportation?
Considering my greater familiarity with the area, and knowing that the amount of time Amber spent there was less than that you would need to be 100% familiar, I will teleport. And I would like to get about a little ways up the road, where we were where we were talking about setting up traps.
So that was 200 meters from town.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Around 600 feet from town.
So you're gonna walk. Oh, so that's where you're aiming.
That's where I'm aiming, because I don't want to bounce directly into town.
Okay. Easy enough.
boy.
I mean, there's really only one situation where this fails.
We'll find it.
Um.
Woo!
Okay. Good. I was gonna say there's really only one situation. So yeah, using the teleportation helm as everyone steps in close, you guys watch as Aerothel and Galloy take off on the Griffin's back, high up into the air. The teleportation helm starts to buzz with its magical ability. And everything from around the stronghold vanishes from your sight. You get that strange, uneasy feeling of being pulled along and then firmly planted on solid ground at your target destination.
Kaylin, you know how you're leaving Lights Gambit to retire?
I wouldn't say it like that, but yes.
You know your teleportation helm
Yes.
and how you're retiring?
No, you can't have it.
I didn't even ask. You didn't know what I was going to ask.
You were gonna ask.
Have it.
How's the village
What?
looking, Dumey?
Well, you guys are still a bit away from being able to visually see the village.
Should
That's
we
too
wait
fun,
for
Saren.
the aerothel and Galloy to catch up, or are we looking around for Jason?
Should we look for someone who does not wish to be found?
Look for a large spot in the ground that's charred and or glass. Might find him in the middle.
Or breakfast leftovers? Not that there should ever be any breakfast leftovers. I mean, who doesn't finish breakfast?
He does have quite an affinity for breakfast. You are correct.
I
You
don't
must-
eat breakfast.
You must be Garganoth, then. You were mentioned several times with breakfast sandwiches.
Ah, yes. Pleased to meet you. It is I, Garganoth, son of Daniel, the one and only. Like the one and only Daniel, not one and only Garganoth. I have brothers and sisters. Anyway, you get the point.
I do.
Oh, that was intriguing.
I could do it again.
No, thank you. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Oh, okay.
We probably should look for Jason, though. At least try to get eyes on where he is.
I would like to let out a bird call that is one of my signals to George to call him to my side.
Okay.
Is there a tree I can climb, Dumey?
There's many of them in the forest.
I am going to. Oh, hello, man. I am going to climb one and have a look at the village.
Oh, just a random acrobatics check. Why not?
Stealth or
Saren.
dex?
Wouldn't it be easier if you just used your wings?
It's light. Wouldn't it be
14.
dex, not acrobatic?
Dex is acrobatics.
Oh, that's a
Unless you
couldn't
want to
see
use
the
athletics.
trees because of the forest. No.
Easy enough to climb. I just had to double check.
You just hear like Sarah going, ugh, bark. I don't like how it feels under my nails. Ugh.
You're a wood elf.
Who spent
It's
their
just
whole life in this
strange.
city.
But you're a widow.
I am absolutely capable of surviving in nature. Do I want to? No.
You'd rather die in nature?
No, I want to die in a bed with gold and like fluffy pillows.
Garganoth checks his notes. Interesting. Okay. He adds a few check marks to the list of similarities in his notebook.
For fuck's sake. I get to the top of the tree. What do I see?
Give me a
Leaves.
perception check, and I need to know either privately or publicly where Jason is at this point. But I need a perception check from Saren. Saren's perception check 17. So Saren, the city itself doesn't look like it's been much change. It's only been a few hours since you guys last checked. It's about midday at this point. There's still, from what you can see, now and then you do see the movement along the city streets of patrols, and the ships that had gathered out in the water are still gathered in the same spot.
Do I see our friendly centipede?
Not at the moment.
No, it's
I'm
more
gonna climb-
terrifying seeing it or not seeing it.
I'm gonna climb down the tree and let everyone know what I saw. And I'm gonna get some alcohol, pour a little bit on my hands, and go, ugh.
How do you know that wasn't my
Polishes.
cousin?
Well, next time I eat, I don't want to have grotty hands. I know I swam in the sewers, but there's a difference.
Do we
Caitlin looks
think
mildly offended.
do we think potentially getting above the tree line would give us a better chance to spot Jason?
And also be spotted.
I don't exactly blend in as it is.
Do I do I have any sighting of George yet?
Yeah, it didn't take him long at all to come back.
He's nearby.
I mean, I saw no evidence of Jason's shenaniganery in town.
George,
Can he
show us
tell
the
you
way.
where?
Yeah, I was told. 1 second. All right, Remy, give me a survival check.
Lol, if he tries to sneak up on you.
He had it in a tree.
I mean, none of what Garganoth said is wrong, to be fair.
Haha! I know my party members too well.
Why is my character sheet having a seizure here?
Because it's been found out.
You have to roll 23.
It's saying page unresponsive on my character. Okay.
I'll get you.
Yeah.
Just don't blame me for how the roll goes.
I'll blame Garganoth.
Nope. I'm blaming Dumey.
I know.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Can I roll stealth?
I mean, that's kind of what that was.
But wouldn't
But
it be stealth? Wouldn't it be stealth over it if I'm trying to like?
you'd have to lose it first, like breaking line of sight. But yeah, no, you're gonna have to suck it up. Magical force spirit is not dukeable.
What if I broke sight with an image, with a mirror image? That was a illusion. I mean.
You're making this more complicated than it has to be, right?
Yep. Can I break sight with an illusion?
I'll give you another survival check.
I can't break it with an illusion and then using stealth?
I will give you one more survival check.
Take it. Survival. Survival's not 15?
Double check the stat. It's the spirit.
Fine, I'm gonna roll a 1 on the actual stealth, probably knowing my luck.
You'd have to roll above a 23 for Kaylin to miss you.
For Kaylin to miss me, not for George.
George has my perception.
Yeah, that's what I was checking on. Yeah, Remy, you're stuck. Birdie kept with you.
Okay.
So yeah, George comes back relatively quick.
I tell George, show us back.
And George starts headed back towards the traps you guys laid.
Jason will leave once George leaves. Just fuck that bird.
Then where do you go after that?
He would head back to the encampment because he doesn't know they left.
Remy, What are you trying to achieve here?
Not metagaming.
That's a good point because Jason has no idea what we did.
Yeah, but the conversation that Jason had with the bird last session,
Jason never had any conversation with the bird. What are you talking about?
you did.
No, I didn't.
We've been interrogating Saren during the break.
Yes.
Juicy.
I'm just a werewolf who doesn't like nature. It's a normal thing.
Mm-hmm.
We do exist.
I believe you.
You don't.
I totally believe you.
Bullshit.
Every time you say it, we believe you that much more.
You know, Kev Corvus was hiding as an elf.
It's interesting you bring that up. Garganoth adds that to the notes.
The only thing I can turn into that flies is a bat. A bat is not a reptile. A bat is not a dragon. A bat is a little marsupial.
The wings kind of look the same, though.
Fucking big. I'm a micro bat. I am like 4 inches by 4 inches.
Do you consider bats to be cute, friendly, and or cuddly? Friend-shaped,
No.
one might
Yes,
say?
they're very cozy.
Interesting.
Would just like to point out that anyone around Saren right now with draconic blood would kind of balk at being called reptile.
Amber's having a fit and she's trying to stay calm, but she's considering many different ways to set Saren on fire.
You know how Hawks makes everyone else facepalm? Hawks is facepalming right now.
Fine. Reptilian thing with scale that breathes something. Is that
Real
better?
facepalm.
Saren? Saren's just gonna feel a hand come down on her shoulder.
Can we stop with the like absolute infantile bullshit for just 10 minutes
Can we focus?
and get what we need to get done?
Yes, but Garganoth started it.
So yes, walking along the road, you guys do come upon the back end of the traps that you guys set. And I would make you roll, but I think you all would know very well where you set the traps, knowing this road well enough, so...
Yeah.
I think Saren marked them in a very obscure way.
I would alert everyone to the traps. Continuing to follow George.
George would have went to the last place where he had seen Remy, which was in some branches just below the tree line.
He's your husband. How do you usually get in contact with him?
You
Well,
would see it. He's not hiding. He's literally
Oh.
just chilling on a low-hanging branch, seeing if the trap's caught anything.
Well, I usually try talking to him first.
Oh, look, there he is.
Like you would literally see him. Like, you would see him when you guys got it, like in the area.
Yeah, Mia just points up. Can you
I'm
come
usually
down,
better at spotting
please?
people.
He would hop down.
I'm gonna walk over and like quietly before everyone bombards him. I'm just going to say, I am sorry for the way that we parted, and are you okay?
Jason. Yeah, I'm fine. I was just seeing if we caught anything. I just wanted to get my head clear, and I figured I'd see if we caught any people heading our way before coming back to the encampment.
Is he like passive aggressive, avoiding me or anything? Like, what's his vibe?
No, he's just totally fine. As I said, he literally just wanted to go for a walk by himself.
So you're not mad at me and you're not gonna yell at me?
No, I just need to get my head clear. Unfortunately, I'm assuming that they didn't catch anything. Otherwise, there'd be people around there. There wasn't anything in the traps, Dumey.
Remy, you would have found that they have not left the city
Yeah,
like
so
religiously.
Nothing's left the city. Whatever they're doing there is more important to them than following us or anything.
Mia grabs Jason's hand and she just turns around and over her shoulder back to Jason, she'll say, "We want to take care of the monster in the town. Are you up for that?"
Yeah, let's go for it.
And then Malagos, Kyrie, Hawks, Garth, anyone, do you want to fill in your round table discussion?
I will. I will fill in there. We think it's incredibly important to recover whatever artifact it is that they seem to have located, and that considering the effect of the monster that we came across, we should probably stay relatively close to Malagos.
I just want to make sure everybody's okay, especially the townsfolk.
Malachus also holds out a scroll towards Jason, going, "I think you can use this, and I assume you would be the best option. It's a scroll of enthrall, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Might be, maybe, I don't really know what it does, but maybe it could be useful."
And I just want to kill a monster.
Interesting. I'll take a look at it.
If you guys want me to, I can go invisible and get in the water and see if I can find out what's going on down there.
We should secure the town before we split up.
Yeah, I think we take care of the threats continuing.
I mean, I agree. I was just popping ideas.
So,
Jason, you were the closest to the town. You mentioned they didn't come out of it religiously. Did you get any intel on what exactly they're doing?
No, I didn't want to go to the town by myself.
Probably
I
for the
didn't think that
best.
was a good idea. I just wanted to see if anyone followed us, and then if they did, I would question them in a more one-on-one setting rather than being ambushed by those shadow guys that you guys seemed to recognize last time we were in the town.
Well, we do have
I appreciate you watching our backs.
No problem.
We do have backup incoming. Some friends. A friend of ours came with I'm not quite sure what to call them. They're flying in on a griffin shortly.
Okay. How long should we wait for them before you approach the town?
Should we wait for them, or should we just continue? We are a force unto ourselves.
I think that we should continue, and if we run into something, it's not like we won't be hard to find.
Mm-hmm. We do tend to make a lot of noise,
which we should avoid doing if we're trying to be sneaky.
Perhaps I should stay a little bit back in case.
Kaylin,
Mm-hmm.
can you direct George to stay in the sky, and if he sees the griffin, to lead them to us?
I'm not sure either of them are particularly familiar with George, but I can certainly ask him to do so.
Maybe he could speak bird to bird hybrid.
Bird to bird.
Very much about animals or nature. I'm very good at it, but I don't think griffins and birds chat.
George, are you able to talk to griffins? Dumey, is George able to talk to griffins?
George is a spirit of the forest, or a spirit of the sky, right?
Technically is a manifestation of my connection with nature.
Yeah, but what stat block do they use?
Spirit of the sky.
That's all I needed. beast of the sky. That's what I was
Beast of
looking.
the Sky. He can understand every language that I speak.
Yeah. You don't speak Griffin language. But
I'm curious what language that is.
you might have to
Avianese.
ask a Griffin sometime.
Well, I tried. Look, I'm not like.
I mean, there's easy
most-
way to signal. They are both animals. I mean, you know, you can get someone's attention. It's easy enough to assume that George will find a way.
I'm going to tie a strip of green cloth around George's ankle and said they should be on the path directly back towards the stronghold. Just bring them back down here. And George will nod and then fly upwards.
Easy enough. Anything else you guys would like to do to prepare?
I love it that got picked up.
Let's get
Oh yeah, I'll have a
Sword
repair.
out, and I'm going to. I've been kind of thinking and tuning into like the peripherals that I can see the shadow, and I'm going to see if I can separate the shadow from myself and manifest my echo.
Okay, so having seen the strange manifestations, like with the falling log / beam and the other small little things, you're going to attempt to take control over such.
Yes.
Alright. Give me a constitution check.
Wow.
Okay.
What a letdown.
No, not a letdown at all. There is a moment, Mia, where you have this inkling of a thought to try and control these coincidences that have been happening around you. And on your first attempt, you don't feel a thing. You like raise up your hand, and watching your shadow, you move your hand and the shadow moves exactly with your hand. And as you're concentrating on this, trying to make it work, it's just not. But then as you kind of get a little exasperated with yourself inwardly, and you kind of let go of that notion, just as you're turning your head, you see that the arm of the shadow moves on its own. And with that realization, you feel a similar sensation as when you would control your magical abilities. And as you get accustomed to this new feeling and the different flavor that this has, this dark kind of wave of energy kind of seeps from your fingertips and the tips of your toes and the tips of your ears, and within a moment there is a shadier version of Mia with a rather unsettling grin standing about a step and a half behind.
That's
Yeah.
not creepy.
Yep.
Is this one of those I'll explain it after the battle over a beer sort of situations?
Surely is. Surely.
Cool, I'm
it-
going to ignore it and keep going.
And Mia, you recognize this form, the grin and the face, as the opponent that you faced off against and surpassed.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure that connection was there. Welcome to Echo Night.
I send my echo 30 feet in front of me.
Okay.
Can be an Echo Note fighter.
Love Echo Nights. They're fun.
They are fun.
They're creepy.
Oh, this
Oh,
flavor of it's
fine.
going to be very creepy.
Oh no.
I love
That's why I'm ignoring it.
I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo.
All right, so how are you guys approaching this?
You know, I know you said that we shouldn't make much noise, but I am tempted to just like make a really big racket, draw them out of the water, out of the woodworks, shoot whatever moves.
That
Yeah.
hurts my soul. That hurts my soul. Before you
But
make all the noise, can I hide in a bush somewhere?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't want to spend a million years having to hunt them down. If we're here to fight them, make them come to us.
Kaylin smiles and says, "Can I make the noise?"
That
Can-
depends.
Can I help? I can turn into a hellhound and howl.
Let's do
Garganoth
it.
pulls out a warhorn, or I can use this.
Yeah, he does have a warhorn.
Fox is using his hellhound cape to transform.
Okay.
Um,
I have a signal horn. I don't know what it does.
It signals.
I have green sparks hovering around my hand.
Nope.
Say the word, boss.
Nope. I'm gonna go back into the bush.
Let me get everybody. Okay. Let me get everybody's token
Yes.
out.
Gonna be where Malagos pulls out her shield. She gets her weapon out.
Malagos, why are you injured?
Stubbed her
I
toe in the
don't-
morning.
Rested, did you? Because I'm pretty sure when we rested, she had already gone to bed. Did you reset that to me?
Hmm.
Yeah, it's reset on my. It's reset on the page thing that I have open.
1 second here.
My token doesn't look injured.
Showing me. There we go. I just had to reset that. Okay. And then
I'll say everything on my side looked fine.
update default. I forgot to change over your guys' tokens to the new ones. We'll be alright. I'll fix it before next week. Hawks
We'll
is
survive.
already the Hellhound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Who am I missing? Garganoth?
Did you
No.
move my?
No.
Oh no, Gamma moved me into the tree.
That's not the map you guys are going to be on.
Screw you
Ah,
into
okay.
the tree.
Okay. Yes. All right.
Yeah, let me
So
check Discord.
I am imagining you guys walking up to the edge of town
Yep.
and tell me what you all do.
I am going to send a volley of bright green sparks into the air.
Hurts me so much.
And I'm
Okay.
going to ready a.
Fox is going to howl extremely loud.
Of course, I don't have a howl, but
Oh.
what were you
Don't do
going
that,
to?
That's a reply.
Oh wait.
What the fuck
That
was
seems
that?
about right for a hellhound.
What are we feeding him?
He feeds himself.
Sounds like he's not fed on anything.
Anything else?
Malagos is
Mia
repping
just
for
starts
that.
yelling like, "Come on, bitch! Get the fuck out of here!"
Garganoth blows his
And
war horn.
so,
I hate
Has a
this
little trouble
so
at
much.
first.
you know what? We can just say Malagos is just Dragon Roar.
I wonder if this is the horn.
No, please don't actually click something for it.
God, that sounds like a bad.
Ow?
Not bad. It's not
Okay.
bad.
Rude. No.
If Malagos lets out a dragon roar, Amber will too.
A roar?
Yep.
Oh, I have a
Right.
dragon roar.
Back-to-back Dragon Roar.
I imagine they're
Click on
doing it in
anything.
tandem with Hawks' howling.
I can get behind that.
With this cacophony, can we just roll a group intimidation check? That
Yeah,
Please.
we'll have everyone roll.
Persuasion.
Everyone rolls intimidation with advantage. As you're
Not
all
me.
Do I have to roll as Hawks or the Hellhound?
the Hellhound.
What would I roll for that? Cause
Charisma.
Okay.
The fuck?
wow.
11.
Jeez,
Um,
see, this is why
Jason was a fuck.
meal of the day, right, Garganoth?
Yup.
Well, you too.
Alright. So we have a 6. We have an 11. Fail, pass, pass,
We all crit fail.
pass, pass,
Don't tell me
pass,
your conniption.
fail. Of course, Kyrie doesn't intimidate. Kyrie's not made to intimidate.
What about Malagos? We don't have a Malagos yet.
Yep, we need
Oh
the
no!
Malagos one.
Oops. I did it to you. It says to GM. Apparently,
Oh, okay.
I didn't have it public.
Oh, well, hold on.
Kyrie's
There
the
you
Let's
go.
thing that you see online where it's just like rar. Rar.
XD.
That's apparently what Saren is doing is uwu.
No, Saren is going. I should have followed.
Saren isn't attempting to intimidate. Kaylin rolled a 6.
Saren is hiding in the bushes very, very quickly away from the noisy people and making very quiet, stressed rogue noises. Going, should have gone with Yagi. Yagi
The
knows how to be
two
quiet.
elves with the resting bitch face can't intimidate anyone.
I'm not trying to intimidate anyone. I'm hiding in the bushes.
Talking about me and Kaylin.
So as the roars and the howl and the sparks and everything goes off at the edge of town, there's a moment where everything just seems to be quiet except for the flock of birds that has been shaken from the trees and is flying in the complete opposite direction.
fly away, bitches, fly away!
There's a beat or two, and then you start to see little forms start peeking up over the roofs of the buildings, which are still smoldering in some places. These yellowish eyes glowing, even in the sunlight, bright enough to see, as you see many forms start heading in your direction. Do you all wish to stay clumped together? Or
Nope.
do you wish to stay
Mia's gonna
spread out?
Spread
Did
out.
we
No,
say that this
please.
wasn't the map that we were gonna fight on?
Yep, I'm just asking so I know where to
Okay.
put your tokens.
Mia and
Caitlin.
their Echo are going to do a quick assess of like where everyone's eyes are. So like assessing that's where they're going to go, and then go in a different direction.
Hawks is just mindlessly drooling lava, really wanting to bite into something right now.
Caitlin's going to dash into the bushes and take the hide action.
Okay.
Look at you hiding already. That would be fun.
I don't have any bushes on this map that I'm going. Hmm.
Garganoth will be the only one holding his ground with his shield up.
I was gonna say Jason's staying right in the
Malagos is right next to Garganoth.
Alright.
He's gonna
Amber's
be right next to them as well.
Yeah, Jason gives Garganoth props and be like, "Mama didn't raise no bitch."
Nope.
I'm not running away. I'm running toward.
See how everyone else just ran the fuck away?
Pussies.
Hawks is right by you.
Not
Okay.
you, Hawks. You're one of the cool kids.
We pet Hawks. We pet Hawks. And tell him he's
Uh,
a good boy. Who's a good boy?
Rallying.
I'm going to set up the map here, and I'm going to let you guys, like, decide where you want to be placed.
I don't know where anything is, but I know Malagos is gonna be up at the front with her shield out.
Hawks is gonna be a good doggo and stay by the melee.
Everyone's
Okay.
happy where they are.
Yeah, everyone's happy.
All right then. Let me just take care of that wall right there. I'm sure that.
This is where we all realize we fucked up as soon as we see where all the monsters are.
Well, they're kind of like running in as you guys are running in as well, so it's kind of like one of those situations. So, would everyone please roll initiative?
Did it.
We did it! Yay!
Victory is ours already.
Meh. That's a lie.
All right, get our battle music going a little bit here.
Yep, still.
All right, and as you all rush in against this rushing force that is drawn in by your intimidation checks, there are a couple that actually do decide to run away.
That's right.
And let me just reveal them and get them out of there at the same time. Took me a lot of rolling to figure out which ones. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so yes, 6 of them turned and ran, heading towards the dock and the ocean. Saren, you're at the top of the list. I'm assuming you're going to try and hide.
I thought I already did.
With that 26 that 7 rolls before combat.
Or do I need to reroll now that we're in combat?
No, I'll let you keep it. That's fine.
You sure?
Yep, I'm sure.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot. That's closest to me. I'm gonna shoot that one.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shoot it with my sneak attack.
Nice.
And
48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 59, 60. 70, 69 damage.
Nice.
69 damage.
Yep.
Okay. Saren, as you
Is it
reveal yourself stepping through the smoke and launch an arrow from the rooftop, you hit this thing so hard that you actually do knock it prone. But it is still moving, still alive.
And I'm gonna bonus action and sneak over to here to the other side of the roof. And then I'm gonna roll on self. Stealthy, stealthy, stealthy. Better.
Damn.
Okay, bonus action to hide. You are hidden. With a little ninja face on you.
Which one is the one that Saren attacked on the map?
The one that's prone.
The one that got knocked over.
Okay, I can't see that one. Never mind.
Alright. Garganoth. Rushing in, it is your turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Garganoth is going to run over to this one and with one-handed whelm thwack. I do not currently have advantage.
Okay, so it's 21 plus 1.
And then I'll attack again, and then as a bonus action, attack once more.
Well, turn off
Unless
your
that's happening
advantage,
between-
silly.
Oh, sorry. I'm so used to having it on.
So a 21, a 17, and a 24.
28.
Or a 27. It says fell-handed is only on advantage. So.
Oh, okay. Yes, correct.
21, 17. Okay, so all three of those are hits. So we have. You're not raging, are you?
No, that's why I don't have advantage.
Alright, so 14, it's 27, 38 points of damage on this one. So, Garganoth, as you run up, this one wasn't as apprehensive as the ones that left, but as soon as you start beating the crap out of him with Whelm, he kind of takes a little step back from you, and you can see the fear in his eye.
Between every hit, Garganoth is like, your friend has too many legs! Thunk, thunk, thunk.
Yes, these are for everyone's benefit.
They're so cute.
That is not red shaped.
No.
And the leader one.
Fancy.
He's
Oh, that's a
less
cursor in the
red-shaped.
background. He doesn't have 4 legs.
I'm referring to the centipede.
Ah, fair enough.
Oh, we
The
can
centipede
remember what
Garganoth
the
earlier.
I think he's really cute.
I think that one is
Yeah,
really cute.
The ribbon worm has a little bit of cuteness to him.
It's like the what's the really bad monster in D&D with all the eyes and tentacles? Beholder. It's like
Beholder.
the Cheshire Beholder.
Did anyone did anyone watch the Home for Imaginary Friends?
Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Foster's
Yeah.
home.
That looks that reminds me a lot of the one of those creatures.
It reminded me of the sandworms from Beetlejuice.
That's what I was gonna say. My favorite
Okay,
foster
then
is
chill.
Coco, and I named my palm plant after her.
Alright, Garganoth, is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. So, this one here that got shot is actually the first one up on the turn order. He's going to use half his movement to get up.
It's depressing.
And he's going to start scrambling up the side of this building, because that's where he saw the arrow come from.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
And when I say scramble, it is a uncoordinated, like, just mad flinging of arms.
Fuck.
Just
So is this like The Exorcist where where they run up the wall?
yeah, but less coordinated than that. Like digging the knives into the side of the plaster in weird intervals to climb up. And
Creepy.
as he gets up to the roof, he starts to look around. And, I mean, he's probably not going to pass it, but let's just roll. No. He didn't. His perception is not big enough to find Saren hiding in the smoke. And that's the end of his turn. Oh, the other one that got hit is the next one on the turn order. What are the odds?
Well done, guys.
It better run.
Well, it ain't gonna run, Gar, but it is gonna do this. Wait, why is it whispering? It should not be whispering.
Because it should be running.
Why
Even
are
roll
we...
20 knows this is a bad idea.
Alright. Always... What? Never whisper rolls.
No good things happen to those who attack Garganoth or his friends.
This is true. Garganoth eats them.
That's where the breakfast sandwiches come from.
So it's going to make 6 attacks at you, Gar.
Oh,
luck.
what?
You're still hidden by smoke.
1,
Nope.
2,
My AC. I said one-handed, so I should have my shield equipped.
7 to each attack.
Why is my armor class only 15? Oh,
Make sure.
I definitely would have put my armor on by now. That might be it.
Yeah, the armor and the shield probably aren't equipped.
Yeah, there we go.
Your AC is usually like up there with
Okay.
mine.
21.
3, 4.
That one hits.
So, let me just roll the last 2. 5 and
Hits.
6. Okay. So as this thing just kind of steps back on its foot, a bit surprised at Whelm, still a bit afraid, it starts slashing wildly at you, Garganoth, as you're both just about the same height. 2 of them connect, and as the dagger jabs into the more tender parts beneath the armor, you feel this rush of just cold, almost like just a cold spike into your head, like the coldest headache you've ever had.
Garganoth winces.
You take a total of 14 slashing damage and 13 psychic damage. Or wait, no.
Alright.
Sorry, no psychic damage. Oh, yes, psychic damage. The 7's extra, if it has advantage. My bad. So yes, 14 slashing and 13 psychic damage from 6 attacks. Ah.
Alright.
Okay. This one is the next one. And it running forward is going to attack the Hellhound with 2 claw attacks.
When I make my way over there, they're gonna regret it. It's gonna take me a little bit.
Now, on the first round of each combat, these things have advantage on attack rolls against creatures that haven't taken a turn yet.
Rude.
So 25 advantage. Does that hit the Hellhound?
AC
Yes.
of 15.
Oh god.
So it's
Okay.
how much am I taking?
Hold on. I'm fixing this because this is 2d6. There, now it should roll it properly. So it's 2 attacks. That was the first attack. That's the second attack. 19 hits. Okay, so you're taking 15 slashing damage
And the Hellhound's
And-
gone.
15 psychic damage. And then I'm gonna have to roll the 2d6 since it does have advantage on the attacks. Why is that not working? Okay, I'm just gonna have to do it the hard way. 4d6. And then 15 extra psychic.
That knocks me out of Hellhound. I'm just Hawks.
You are Hawks with
Hello,
a shiny
just
new
Hawks.
spear. There, now it works properly. Okay, yes, you are now Hawks with the shiny new spear.
How do I get rid of this token? I still
got you.
don't understand that.
You just hit delete and then pull yourself into the same spot.
Okay.
You do need to make a new turn for Hawks in the turn
Yeah,
order.
he had a 15. 15. I just gotta drag Hawks up into the right position. Okay.
It's okay, Starspawn. I'm just about to get vengeance.
And yes, it is now Hawks' turn as you get to face off against your attacker.
I am going to activate my shiny new spear's Blur Strike.
Okay. Keep track of it. That's 1 round out of 10 that it can do per day. And the first
and then
attack.
do I just attack with the +2 spear thing?
Yep, with advantage.
Sorry, one sec. I apparently cannot attack with advantage. Like, it won't let me set that.
Hold on. That's because you're always rolling with advantage on yours.
So just, okay,
Yep.
I'll just cast it, or whatever.
Yep. What is the 4? Oh, you're not blessed. Uncheck your bless.
That's 7 damage.
Hawks is blessed with our friendship, and us with his.
Still. 22.
1d8 plus... plus 2 minus 2. Okay.
Let me try it again.
Okay.
Good thing I fixed that.
I'm gonna give you the 7 damage. So yes, Hawks, as you activate this thing in your hand, it gives off like you feel it in your forearm as it starts to kind of like shake a little bit for a second until it gets its oscillation right. And then as you swing it, it's just like your entire arm and the spear just kind of get really blurry to see. You see the outline perfectly clear, but everyone around you just sees this like nearly transparent blur stab into the creature before you pull it back.
Shiny spear.
Are you only able to do 1 attack?
I'm only able to do 1 attack, but as a bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
I will summon a tentacle that will smack the shit out of that thing.
Okay.
Oh, yes, the tentacle porn. I mean, what?
Do you remember how to do that?
Now look,
Yes.
he's attacking the enemy.
Where do you want it?
Right behind him.
Okay.
Oh my.
And that attacks on its first turn. Strikes for 19,
Surprise,
does
motherfucker.
9 cold damage.
Some fries, motherfucker.
That's what I was
Except-
just thinking, Garg.
As it smacks this creature from the cold reaches of space, what you believe the damage should have done, it doesn't quite do all of it.
Womp.
Still hurt it though. Anything else for you, Hawks?
That's it
That's all?
for now.
Alright, this one. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Come here,
5.
bitch.
Did we
No, I just rolled real fucking low.
I forgot how I don't think I made it. You know what? Mia here.
I was wondering if they were over here.
Sorry. I thought I made a token for it, but obviously I did not. I'm just gonna give it a blue dot to make it more differentiated from you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to do the flurry of claw things on Mia.
She doesn't have black eyes then.
And it does have ambush, so all these are advantage. One.
Dumey, I really do have to ask, like, the spirit of that is if they have surprise on us, if they're the first to act, we called them to us, we're expecting them.
It's more of a they come on fast and just start slashing wildly.
It's almost similar to the Rogue's Assassinate.
I mean, if a rogue can sneak attack every turn,
Yeah, that, exactly. I was about to say it's the same shit as sneak attack. Like you're not sneaking if you've been next to them the whole time and you attacked them times.
but this only works on the first round of combat. So after this round, the ambush thing doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, I guess so.
So Mia, 21.
Yeah.
Alright, so 21 is 12 slashing and 5 psychic.
Hold on. I'm gonna get my calculator so I just calculated all of the math things.
Yep, that's fine.
Mia is also within 15 feet of me. Let's see if there's anything that could help.
What was it again?
12 slashing and 16 psychic, sorry.
Oh, are you? Are you sorry?
Yes.
Okay.
9 slashing and 14 psychic.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I don't think he's that sorry.
11
No
slashing and
shit.
9 psychic.
Uh-huh.
It missed with that one. Missed with that one. And 5 slashing and 14 psychic.
Wait, I should only have been hit 3 times.
No, he only missed twice.
You rolled a
21,
15.
26.
No, he got advantage, so he got 19, 26, 19,
my God.
23. Because you haven't moved yet.
I wasn't looking at advantage. That was my
That's alright.
snafu.
But yeah, the last one is 5 slashing and 14 psychic.
Oh, I'll beat his ass when I get to move.
I just took 90 points of damage.
Uh-huh.
From 6 attacks total. Yeah, these things' first turns are brutal.
They're like tiny assassins that will literally murder you.
So Mia, as this thing rushes forward, it kind of does a little zigzag pattern at first and then leaps into the air and just starts stabbing wildly at the front of you. You're able to deflect 2 of the blades with Storm Slicer, but the rest, it hurts.
Mhm. Not wrong, not wrong.
And Mia, you have a chance to retaliate. It's funny how these are working out.
Okay, I'm going to My Echo and I are going to step in synchronization at the same time. I'm going to go here. My Echo goes here.
Flanking.
And then it looks like Mia's going to go with her sword like and up and try to like cut through the gut, but at the same time the Echo comes down from the top from behind, and so for him it looks like I'm trying to attack, but it actually comes from behind from the Echo.
Okay.
So it should be at advantage.
Yes.
All right. Where's my sword?
Oh, payback's a bitch.
29.
29 is definitely a hit.
Yeah. So, as the sword goes in from the back, and I would expect them to like react, and be like, "Oh, there's something behind me." And when they turn around to like, or like tilt their head to look behind them, I'm gonna stab them from the front.
For another 9.
Yeah, and we're just gonna play like a game with him. So he's gonna look at me, and then it goes to the Echo.
For another 11.
My bonus action, I get to make another attack from the Echo.
Okay. For another 10.
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
So yeah, as Mia plays this back and forth, you see this little thing. It holds up the 2 blades at first to try and block Mia's swing, but then gets stuck in the back. And as it kind of turns around to counter on that attack, Mia slashes from the other side. And it's a back and forth. This thing is not getting a step ahead of each one of these slashes. Anything else for you, Mia?
No.
Okay. Amber, you're up.
I was muted, don't mind me.
The one-armed wonder.
I'm going back to being muted now. Actually, I'm going to... Let's see. Enemy. So, okay. I'm going to cast Scorching Ray, and I'm going to aim at... I gotta be on the page. That guy.
Mm-hmm.
That guy. That guy.
Who was so this one,
Mm-hmm.
this one,
Mm-hmm.
and this one.
Correct.
Okay. I believe you gotta roll 1 for each, don't you? Yeah, make a ranged spell attack for each ray.
Okay.
So we have a 20, a 24, and a 13.
Yes.
Same order?
Yep.
Alright. How do you cast this spell?
So, at first I would have obviously tried to use my right hand, realizing that's not working. Brought my left hand up, pointed 2 fingers out, and yelled out in Draconic, fires of hell take you, and fired out 3 rays.
Okay. The rays fly out, striking the first 2 targets. The one facing off Hawks takes 10. The leader takes... Let me just double check. Yep. The leader takes 9. And the other one goes wide, missing, striking the cobblestone a few feet behind it.
I'm getting used to casting with the other hand, that's all it was.
Mm-hmm. Anything else for you?
think that's going to be all, at least for the moment. Yeah.
Okay. Kaylin, you're up.
Are you muted?
Yes, that would be the case. I'm badly hidden, so I'm assuming I don't get advantage. So I'm going to take a shot off at this one first.
You're hidden enough. You get advantage
Ooh. Advantage.
on the first attack. So 19, okay. It's a hit
10 piercing.
for 10 piercing
And
damage.
then I'm going to remember to use my bonus action to Hunter's Mark. And then I'm going to take another shot.
Hunter's Mark. Where's my Hunter's Mark icon? There it is. Okay.
Oh, and I need to add my fighting style archery. There we go. Haven't played Kaylin in a little bit in combat, and you know what? I have faith in this. I'm gonna add my sharpshooter
Okay.
for my second attack.
Do
Mhm.
it, do it, do it.
No,
Well,
that
not
is
advantage on the second one. So
Why
it's
is
an
it
11.
whenever I use sharpshooter? Anytime I use this particular feature, I roll low enough that I can't hit.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Look, I believe.
Dude, you can have 3.
Attack with advantage, friend.
I do not have a third attack, and I'm not going to use my action surge this early in combat. I've used my bonus action, and that is where I will end my turn. I'm actually going to scale up on top of this building.
Okay. Just a quick athletics check or acrobatics check to get up the building.
Yes.
Easy enough.
Can I have that crit for my attacks?
Oh, Kyrie. You have
Alright.
witnessed arrows flying, you've witnessed Garganoth getting savagely attacked but not taking much damage, and Hawks being charged at. What do you do?
I am going to pull out my wand of fear and point it at this guy right here, and I'm going to command him to grovel.
Wand of Fear.
Bye-bye.
I don't know if I have a button
I've-
for it.
Is that a small child?
So you can use the command spell.
Yeah. I don't think I have a button for it though.
Yeah, you just need to draw the command spell into your spell list.
Okay. Do I have it? Probably not.
No, you shouldn't as a cleric. Just drag it
Searching
from the
for it.
compendium. What's your spell save DC?
Said 15 in the wand of
Oh.
fear thingy.
15?
I don't know if
Okay.
it. My spell save DC is 16, but it said 15 in my wand of fear. Search by everything. I must be being I'm being stupid.
Use the eye with the circle.
Yeah, I was being stupid.
Okay. Alright, any other actions for Kyrie?
No, that is all.
Okay. It is Jason's turn.
What's the symbol on that guy? I mean, is he prone or something, or what?
This guy?
Yeah.
Hunter's mark.
Okay. That's my thingy. Too many attacks. Dagger, 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 dagger. Nope. Dagger.
Oh, you're gonna stab him.
Yep.
But as you try to stab him, he deflects with one of his forearms, knocking your blade.
Hunter's mark
askew.
doesn't mean I have advantage, right?
No, it only works on the ranger.
Okay, okay. Alright, yeah. So that's all I do.
Okay. Ooh, now the fun part begins.
Nope. That's not fun.
I don't like when he says fun like that.
Mia,
like that at all.
Malagos, and Saren,
Uh-huh.
you've probably noticed the stirrings from over in this direction.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, have we?
And then suddenly, the thing dives underground.
If I don't acknowledge it, does it still exist?
Yes.
The
Oh.
cute centipede thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come back and play.
Doesn't
Yeah,
like
you
the-
can't see me, but I'm glaring at you.
I'm used to it.
So as it dives down and disappears, the earth rumbles a little around it. And then this building's roof just appears to explode as this thing files out of the top, clinging to the edge with its multitude of spindly legs and long cemented body.
You couldn't
It's not.
do the purple worm, so you gave us a galactic worm.
I could have done a purple worm.
It's not often the spell Fireball could be utilized effectively.
It's always effective. Just,
If we stay away from it for long enough, a Fireball won't kill any of us.
just ask Amber to do it. Doesn't matter to her.
In my
Just
defense, I
kidding,
shot at my
Romeo,
own feet
uh-uh.
first.
Mm.
Hey, you're lucky I know how to avoid that now.
Centipede is here.
Yes, it is. And he's ginormous.
Wrong to jump in a hole after a giant centipede. Asking for a friend.
Well, that's as far as it can move for now.
It's so terrifying looking.
God, it's just so.
I was showing a friend that centipede doomer, and they literally went, "He looks like he's having the best time. Tell him I love him." I'm like, "It's a centipede, and we're gonna murder it."
But it's got like furry feathers thing.
Yeah, we'll collect them. We can collect the feathers and make arrows out of them.
Ooh.
Malagos, it's your turn.
Alright.
Oh, thank fuck. Oh.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
5, 10,
not looking at-
15. Hi, bitch. I'm first going to use a bonus action for Thunderous Smite.
Okay.
Makes 2. And then I'm going to be using Longsword that I have. I have a regular Longsword. So first Thunderous Smite, then Long. Fuck you.
Okay. 10.
Again! Oh, huh.
Okay, so the first one misses. As you're kind of off put by there being 2 Mias. You're not sure how to take that.
I don't know.
The second one crits. And would you like to have Thunderous Smite hit on that one?
Yes.
Roll me an extra 2d6. Okay.
Nice, hate me.
So that is 5 radiant damage, and then there is 9 thunder damage,
Mm-hmm.
You've been thunderstruck.
and then another 11 slashing damage.
Yup.
And now this thing also has the thunderous smite. We're going to give it the lightning bolt. So
Yup.
Malagos, as you come up and slide past Mia and begin to strike at this thing, your second strike severs one of its lower arms, and it's not looking good at all.
By the way, can he make a strength saving throw?
Oh yeah, you probably can.
Or get chucked 10 feet into the tree?
18.
Do I have to combat that?
Strength save 16 on your
Oh,
thunderous
spell
smite.
save DC.
So yeah, he holds his own, but you send the arm towards the tree, and the dagger that was in that arm sticks in the tree while his hand has death grip on it.
Yeah, it's my turn. That's my 2 attacks. That's that. And then Malachus is gonna look to the left and go, oh. It's here. Let's kill this thing real fast, please, and thank you. And then we deal with that. and that's my turn.
Oh, there's like 3 targets which to go after.
Roll a dice. Hey, what?
I'm gonna do slash roll 1d3.
Bite me, you coward.
Maybe he will.
It's actually going for Hawks.
No!
Bye, Hawks.
You leave him alone.
It only does 2 attacks because Hawks already had a turn.
Bitch, please, I can respond to that.
Misses
and
on
he
the 8.
failed.
Hits on the 17 for 5 slashing and 3 psychic Hawks.
You've also activated my trap card.
Okay.
What's that?
Hellish Rebuke. Dexterity save. Okay. These things got some good dex. Not good enough.
Use the Thunder Smite, take that down.
What's the
How much did you say I take?
I already took it from you.
Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry.
So. Damn, okay. 28 plus 9 is 37.
Ox, I will not let this go unpunished, I swear to you.
Wait, 37 to 8?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Okay,
Hawks,
that was
as
more.
this thing jumps
don't
at
like
you, misses the first time, hits you the second time. The rage inside you, the righteous rage, just bursts out as you push back and just set this thing ablaze as it starts to quickly pat out the flames over its body.
I very, very friendly, but give off an aura, a menacing aura, smile at it with a smile of friendship, but deep down inside I hope to gut it like a fish.
Well, alright then. And you wonder why no one wants warlocks around.
A friendly death stare.
Friendly death stare.
The leader, someone many of you guys would probably recognize from the Capitol building or the castle fight, just kind of looks over the battlefield. We have to buy them time. Buy them time. And he rushes over to leap at Garganoth's back.
Dork.
With flanking he has advantage. So this comes into play.
Not gonna matter much, as I have a feeling.
It's again, why
Depends
is it never whisper rolls? Thank you very much.
Depends on what's coming into play.
This guy actually has a sneak attack. And 2 attacks at Garganoth's back.
They both hit.
So Garganoth, you take a total of... Oh, I have to roll the extra 4d6. Hold on. Take a total of 22 slashing. It's 23... 40 psychic. And I have to do 4d6 slashing damage for your sneak attack. And,
That's a lot of damage.
and another 13 slashing damage as this guy jumps onto your back and is just stabbing like Drax.
What is my okay, oh, never mind, I'll calculate. 30 plus... $75 damage? Am I reading that right?
24 plus 12 is 36. 45 plus 17, 50, 62. 75. Yes, you're right.
Oh lord, okay.
All right. Now, we've finished 1 round of combat. Do we want to stop here and pick up next week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Those are some long rounds.
Yeah.
I am
Well-
glad that we got this far.
Yes. I will tell you guys, these guys are not as much a glass cannon as the shadow things, but they're similar.
They will die all the same.
I was gonna say, I was looking at them, I'm like, okay, so they hit really hard. I'm like, defense can't be that.
They'll die all the same like everything else we faced.
That's true.
I will tell
like
you guys,
the mosquito.
you have a couple of them under 10 health already, so.
Damn.
Gee, I wonder which one is under 10 health.
So, I feel like this one over here is just fucked.
Yeah.
You
These
picked the wrong
three-
side, buddy.
These 3 got a beating.
But we're
I
gonna
think-
remember Garganoth has less than half health left.
Yep.
Yep, there's a little bit of danger. A little bit of
Well-
danger here.
Drug.
We need
Wait, did
Kyrie to do her stabby cleric fighting thing.
actually wait a minute? Did Kyrie get it? Oh, she didn't get a turn. Never mind.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
I
don't remember-
tried something new and it failed spectacularly. Shocker.
Oh, that's right. You did the wand of. You did the wand thing.
Yeah,
That quickly, my brain was like, "Did Kyrie go?"
I did.
So
Right, at least I
everyone,
remembered my friggin' smite.
welcome back. We're getting to the town assault, and looking forward to next week. I hope everyone will be here so we can roll this out and see what else these guys have in store for you guys. And just so we're not delaying, we are going to be doing I believe we're doing Adventures Anonymous tomorrow. Maybe?
Unless anything changes and I am not told, yes, Adventurers Anonymous is still on for tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Same bat time, same bat channel.
All right, you heard it from Akami yourself. With that, it is getting late, and everyone, remember, there are 20 sides to every story. Roll for yours. Have a good night, guys.